Hey guys, welcome back to the Downbeat podcast. My guest on the podcast this week is Aaron Gillespie, drummer of Underoath. Guess he's a singer as well. He is also a producer. He's played for bands like Paramore. We go back. We toured together in 2022 on a tour that we'll tell you all about. A tour that you couldn't even do these days because every band on it is ginormous. Haven't seen him in 3 years. We just had such a fun chat. I love this guy. I love this guy. We talk about his career. We talk about the band. We talk in depth about the state of the music industry today. It was just so good. You're going to love it. Trust me, you're going to love it. Before we get started, guys, I want to let you know we have a Patreon, patreon.com/the Downbeat. On it, you can get these episodes ad-free. You can get these episodes early. You can get access to merch early before anyone else, before it sells out. Because guess what? I don't print that many. Because guess what? I have to pay for that. If you like the podcast, please consider giving us £1 to £3. That's $1.50 to $4.50 at today's exchange rate by going to patreon.com/the Downbeat. I can't do this without you. Thanks to everyone on the Patreon. I love you. If you don't want to support the podcast, you actually hate me, right? That's fine. Hateable character. It comes with the fame. Fame is a mask that eats into the face. Okay? Don't know who said that. I'm not even sure if it is an actual quote. Not calling myself famous either, but you are watching this. That's on you. If you don't like me, but you still want to wear clothes and look pretty cool, you can go to www.thedownbeat.at, so it spells Downbeat, and you can pick up a wonderful soccer jersey. You can pick up a normal jersey. You can pick up a t-shirt. You can pick up a hoodie. You can pick up pants. You can pick up a jacket. All of it painstakingly thought of from the brain of me, which again you might hate, but try and put that to the side. It's luxury streetwear by a musician for anyone loosely related to musicians. Guess what? You can just buy it anyway. I don't care, and I'm not really a musician anymore. It's all really sick. I urge you to check it out, www.thedownbeat.at, so it spells Downbeat. Thank you. Are you a producer? Are you a guitarist? Are you a drummer that dabbles in guitar? Well, let me tell you, the sponsors of today's podcast, Neural DSP, make plugins for your computer that can make you sound incredible straight out the box. Plug your guitar into your interface, load up any one of Neural DSP's guitar plugins, and you're going to sound like Gojira. You're going to sound like Pliny. You could sound like Nolly. Some of the most unbelievable tones you've ever heard on records come directly from Neural DSP's plugins. They're not using amps, guys. They might be lying to you. The plugins are there. The technology's there. It sounded a bit like Trump there. I didn't mean to. Listeners of the Downbeat podcast are getting a massive 30% off plugins by going to neuraldsp.com and use the code Downbeat. You're going to sound really good. I don't care how many strings you got. You got 6, you got 7, you got 8. I don't care. Neuraldsp.com. The code is Downbeat. Without further ado, it's Aaron Gillespie on the Downbeat podcast.
When did you become an engineer?
I don't know.
You're good at it.
Just trying to make money.
If I had to do this, it would be a fucking mess.
No, but that's what you do.
I produce music, but it's different. I feel like it's different.
Let me unleash the beast quickly. That was a good noise. Wait, so you are just... Hello, Aaron Gillespie.
Hey, buddy.
Underoath.
I was so happy when I
producer.
saw you outside. God,
Same.
it's been so long.
I haven't seen you in 3 years.
Has it been that long?
I haven't seen you since that tour.
Surely. I guess you're right.
Even though I've lived here for 7 months.
That's my fault, not yours.
You're a busy man. You had a good point. I don't know when I became an engineer. I've got no fucking idea. Just, you know what it's like. I guess when you started recording yourself, you were like, how do I do this?
Sure.
Or read a fucking book.
Well, I never wanted to, be a producer, a music producer. That was never the goal. I moved to town here in Nashville to write songs. And I learned quick when I moved here, you can't get a song cut or used by an artist unless the demo rips. Because we live in a time now where, when I first started writing here 10 years ago, you could send around iPhone demo tapes. They called them work tapes. You could send, whatever. And now, like A&R people and stuff, it needs to sound like a master.
Yeah.
So I got real good at it. You have to if you want to get cuts. And then eventually people are like, can I have that? And you're like, well, for a nominal fee. And that's what happens.
There we go. But did you engineer back then as well?
No.
Oh, you've never set up the microphones.
No, I mean, you would have like a shitty thing in your house or whatever, but never like to the level you have to now, you know?
Okay, explain to the layman. Look at this. I always break the fourth wall to talk about how good I'm doing.
You're
right.
just killing it.
Fucking killing it. No, explain to the layman and me, because I'm a bit of an idiot, and also Madison in this case is the layman also.
Hello.
The difference between a producer and an engineer, because people confuse the two quite a lot.
Oh, well, traditionally, a producer would come in and rifle through a batch of songs or whatever and go this one, in jest with the band or artist to figure out what they're going to end up cutting on the record. And then a producer would go, well, the key's wrong for your voice, and maybe it's too fast, right? Or the verse should be the chorus and the bridge should be earlier or later. That's traditionally what a producer was for. And an engineer was the person that technically recorded all of it.
Sets all the mics up.
And pushes record back in the day, ran the tape machine, all of that shit.
And then a mix engineer is someone completely different from that.
And then a mastering engineer is another person that kind of puts the final gloss on it. But now the lines have been so blurred essentially because of money and because of ease of use. Like you can buy a Rode Podcaster machine and just rip.
I insist that you do.
Look at that. Come on. Give him some fucking...
They don't give me money, just free shit.
Oh, there you go. Give him another one. He needs a backup. But like you can buy an iMac and put it in your MacBook and put it in your room and make great recordings. Yeah. Like the first Billie Eilish record, the one where she's laying on the bed or whatever, her and her brother did that in her parents' house on a computer with Logic with stock plugins.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't beat just good music. Gets out there.
That's what I mean. So the lines have been blurred between all those fucking labels of I'm the producer, I'm the engineer. Now it's just, it's just blurred.
So I'm in the studio with you producing a track. Let's assume I'm a hit country artist now, because I've kind of got a mullet now and I live here.
You do, yeah. Have you been dabbling in country music?
No, not yet. Not yet.
We'll get you in there.
Not yet, but I ain't got a band, bro. I'm ready.
We'll get you going.
But like, okay, I'm in there. I have a demo song. I played at the Vinyl Tap.
Oh, wow. You know the locals now.
Bro, it's almost
the fucking names.
I played, and then I come to Aaron Gillespie, known for his, huge discography. And I come to you and we're in the studio. What do you do? Like, what's your official job there? I go, here's my song.
Oh, okay. I've never heard it.
You heard it. You were at the Vinyl Tap, actually.
Okay.
And you were like, this guy rocks. I want to produce him. It's like Wayne's World.
That's real. That's what happened. I was just about to say Wayne's World. I would be like, play through it for me, in front of me. I want to hear. I want to feel it. This is where I'm woo-woo a little bit. I want to feel it in the room. Like I want to feel, it's like listen to a drummer on record versus in person. There's a massive, massive difference, and you know it, and I know it. Play it in the room. I want to see what it feels like, and then I would start to make decisions. And
like what? Like give me.
Like, is it too fast? He looks like he's struggling to like sing that note on the chorus. Should we bring it down a half a step? And then I would go, well, the first verse would maybe be half as long, or like he's talking about a stop sign, but he never says the color red, and he never,
fucking
like that.
Ruben over here.
No, but that's
smart.
That's the way you do it. So like, or he's saying this too on the nose, being like, the stop sign is an octagon and it's red. Maybe I want it to be like, this is where every road ends. It's like, whatever.
Wow, you were fast.
So I would start there, and then it would be like, maybe there should be like, okay, like, should the drums be on the 2 and 4 or the 1 and the 3 on the chorus? And maybe the bass should be in 4s instead of 8s. Like, so it's just one thing cascades off another, but it starts with like, hey, what are you saying? And how are you trying to say it? And maybe you're saying it too black and white. Maybe we need to put some gray with an E in there.
And then, great with an E, thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't know what you meant. Would you then get royalties for changing the lyrics? There's a grey line there as well.
We don't have enough time today to talk about music publishing. It is the most convoluted, bullshit, confusing thing in the music industry. So traditionally, publishing is 50% music and 50% lyrics, and the two married to make 100% of a song.
Do you agree with that split before we carry on?
Yeah, okay. But I have a hard time because I liked bands
even like slam death metal.
Yeah, but I grew up loving bands like Pelican and ISIS. I don't know if you can say that.
I love ISIS.
The Panopticon record is one of my favorite. And there's no vocals, and I don't need vocals, and I don't give a shit, on that music. So I agree with it, and I don't. But if I were to change some words in this guy's song, technically,
you get a bit of that 50.
I would get a bit of that 50. But am I going to go to bat for it? If I just told him the instead of the, I don't care. But if I took the whole verse and took its legs off and put its arms where its legs are, I'll go to his management or lack thereof or him himself and say, hey, we kind of put a skirt on this together. Can you break me off a piece?
And does that ever get any pushback? Do you even do that? Yeah, I imagine it gets pushback. Does it get like, there's no camera in the room? Like, oh, I'm pretty sure you didn't do that. And then you have to be like, I fucking did.
Well, songs, I look at songs on where they're written. And what I mean by that is in LA, people do that shit. Like when you're in a session in LA that starts at 1 o'clock because someone's hungover and then it ends up being 3 o'clock and you get there and no shade to LA. There's really talented people in LA, but you get there and there are people that count words. Like I wrote 15 words in this verse. In Nashville, if you're there, it's even split. It just is. If a song is from inception, like
if you're writing it in the
you,
studio.
me, and Madison were in here, and we wrote a song, and the two of you said shit, nothing. I would give each of you 33 1/3%. That's just
sick. Let's do it.
But that's just the way that it's done here. In London, it's a bit different as well. I've written in London some, and
what's the difference in London? Everyone's got like tweed suits on. I can make that joke now.
No, it's a bit more buttoned up. It is, but it's also like. In a different way, it's looser, where people are just like, yeah, right, let's go. You know what I mean? Like,
continue.
Get in. But I mean, it's different in every place. But here, everything is really, really even. So most people are. But here's an example. A song is about to come out that I made at the end of last year, and I'll leave the guy nameless, country artist, and him and I in the room alone, no one's there, and I got a piece of email the other day that said someone else is getting 20%. So that's the case that you're really asking about. A producer changed a few lines in the second verse and took 20%, which I'm fine with.
So you wrote the song, but you didn't produce it?
No.
Or it went, okay.
Yeah, that happens quite a bit as well.
So do you do that as well? Just write with people?
All the time. 5 days a week. Well, right now I'm in production mode, so I have 15 songs due by September 1 as a producer. So I'm like dug in. I wrote a song today, but I probably shouldn't have.
What do you mean you shouldn't have?
I don't have time. Like I crave it. It's my favorite bit of this business. And also
as it should be, really.
And also as a drummer too, it's my favorite thing to do. Like I find that I get like anxious and bent on the road playing the same 15 songs every day because my mind will wander. Like the greatest part about music, in my opinion, is making it from zero.
Yeah.
So I just don't have time right now. I shouldn't be writing songs. I should be finishing my productions.
I think I disagree. I agree with the 50-50, 50 music, 50 lyrics.
You do.
In everything except, please sponsor us, Zin. This guy's got a spearmint. I'm rocking a cinnamon right now.
This is coffee.
Would love coffee.
I'm not a one flavor man with Zen. I do coffee, spearmint, citrus, and cinnamon.
Same time?
No.
No.
Just
okay. Insane.
If we're here for 2 hours, I can't do one taste.
Excellent. Anyway,
I'll be bored.
Anyway, as I was saying. So, like, I agree with it to an extent. There's a whole nother conversation about how legally playing the drums on something isn't writing.
Yes.
I think I agree with it up to metal music. I think the split should be different for metal. And I think particularly, because I've been burnt by it before, drums not be included in composition. So, like, I did a technical death metal band on Sumerian Records in, like, 2010.
What was it called?
It was called The Heart Machine.
The Heart Machine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. And a guy came to me with all these songs. Amazing guitarist. Came to me with all these songs and was like, will you do this as session work? And I was like, this is, like, the program drums are fucking dog shit. But, like,
you tore
musically, it apart. I ripped it to shreds. Like, redid all the drums and then, like, put certain breakdowns in here, certain breakdowns in there, which is technically that bit is
so you changed the arrangement of the song. Okay.
So I probably changed the arrangement of like 3 songs, and then I produced it and I played all the drums on it. I quit the band before it came out for reasons I don't want to talk about on the podcast. It wasn't me, it was him. But it's not me, it's you. And then I went to Sumerian and I was like, oh, like, can I get my cut of this? And they were like, no, like legally, no, because you just played the drums on it. And I was like, well,
And there was sour grapes, so the guy probably wasn't willing to negotiate at that point.
and the guy from Sumerian literally told me, as you can see in your contract, all legal proceedings have to be done in California. Good luck with that. That was the email. I was like, fuck this. So what we're going to get?
You're not going to.
I was going to get about $80 anyway, but it was more
still,
the principle
yeah.
of the whole thing. I think the drummer thing. I have a degree in music, by the way, and part of it was music history. And I think the drummer thing came about from the Beatles. I might be wrong, but like back in the day when you literally were just going, someone would write a whole song and then all you had to go is go on the top of it. And like everyone was kind of like, the guy doesn't deserve.
I heard that's why they would let. I heard that's why they would let Ringo sing, was to get him paid on publishing.
Yeah, I think
that's why we have horrible Octopus's Garden, because they wanted to pay the band,
which is cool. But like,
the song is shit. But
in metal, I feel like the drums. Like, if you're going to come to me with like a thrash riff, and I go, okay, we're playing a disco beat, or the guitarist is like, we need to put a disco beat here, and I'm like, it probably sounds better with a blast beat. And then I win, and then the songs are as big of a hit as a thrash metal song can be.
Dude, it's such a fucking weird. That is a weird argument because legally you have no leg to stand on, but you can play a chorus like this, or and it changes the song.
Yeah, like Angel of Death. Like, imagine he wanted to go swing on it.
Trash.
And then Dave Lombardo goes, I think we should do thrash drums, and then doesn't get any money for it. I'm sure they do, because you can split like songwriting, but legally, if someone leaves a band and all they did was play the drums, you don't have to give them fucking anything.
In Underoath, our biggest records are all even publishing split. Because
that's nice.
That's how you did it back then. And then we tried it to not, and it was hard. It was a hard internal battle.
Yeah, the arguments that you have.
And now it's still not even, but it's
even to what?
It's even-ish.
Even to what everyone brings. The same thing in Stray. Like, everyone does different things outside of the band that complete the band, irrespective of music. So we always just split everything. We actually split everything 5 ways because Will Putney, the producer, does so much.
He does.
Oh, yeah.
I told you this off the camera. The new Stray record is so good.
Thanks, bro. We're splitting up.
I don't get it. I mean, I get it, but I don't.
Yeah, you get it.
I've been in bands that quit like 10 times. It's fine.
Yeah. You should come back in 5 years. No, we're not planning that.
You know what's funny is that I was driving into the city today. I live in the burbs, and I was on the phone with our bass player, and there's in a band, there's never like, I can't say with full honesty that it's ever been like, everything's perfect, it's ripping. Never. In 2006, we sold 100,000 copies of Define the Great Line in 7 days. 5 days, technically.
Do you know what? I worked at Plastic Head Music Distribution when that record came out. I put a lot of those CDs into little packages and sent them off.
It was number 2 in the country, and Nelly Furtado beat us. But that we dropped off Warped Tour that summer. Unhappy, fighting. You know, Spencer was dealing with it. It was you never ever publishing, even making more money than you know. We all grew up on fucking welfare, and like I've never. It's never been perfect. And we're happier now than we've ever been. We all get along wonderfully. We had the biggest tour of our career last year. But for some reason, I don't know what it is with bands. Bands are hard, man.
It's like having 5 girlfriends.
It really is.
And then you've got a real girlfriend and wife or kids as well in your case. It's a lot of personalities you have to figure out.
I think it's more like a marriage in the sense where I know with Underoath, I know this, that there is no Underoath without the people who are there. And as much as I could hate personalities at certain times, you can't do fuck all about it.
Yeah.
The tension and the bullshit and all of it makes it sound like what it sounds like. I really believe that. I think, and that's sounds like some Rick Rubin foo-foo shit.
It's your whole thing now, bro.
And I have a theory about him that's long and crazy. But anyway, that's what makes it sound the way it sounds. I believe that Underoath is like that yin-yang sound that people have have known for years because of the different personalities.
Because of the tension and the drama. I had this conversation yesterday in the gym with someone where I was like, I won't say who I was talking about.
Pussy.
It's pretty fucking, I'm going to tell you, it's pretty fucking obvious what I'm talking about. But like, whatever, it's the same thing. Whatever you need to be an incredible frontman of a band, whatever part of the brain that needs is the part of the brain that makes you an absolute nightmare psycho off stage. Like, I can't think of a single
the ego
front man, not even ego wise, just whatever you have in your body, like the people who are like excel, go on the stage and they're like the best, always psychos. Whatever is wrong with your brain outside of that brings that on stage. It's impossible. I can't think of a single front man that I know. All of my fucking friends, all the ones that are like incredible, fucking nightmares. Love them, but they're fucking, all of them have mental health issues. All of them are psychos.
We were just on Chris Williamson's podcast a few weeks ago, Tim and I.
Flex. I watched it. It was great.
Cheers. But he said something to me that it changed the way I think. And I'll say it to you in a shorter way.
Did he use it as a clip? And if he didn't, can I use it as a clip?
I don't know if they did. He might have. But I have horrible, debilitating anxiety. You know that. Yeah. We've talked about this. I don't know if we talked about it on the last podcast, but we've talked about it in person.
Yeah.
It's the beers before the show. It's the things that we do. You do it too.
No,
but
big time.
Those things are the price that you pay to be as creative as you are. And I'm going to go further with it. And this wasn't on the podcast, so you can clip this part. But I really believe as creatives and entertainers, and you know, we'll bring it back to the frontman thing, but like, you're always making and creating. And if you're a frontman, I think you're probably always performing. And what happens when you take that away? When you're home with your family, when you're in the gym, your body, like your subconscious, like, you know what I'm saying? Your nervous system is still creating. You can't turn it off, which is why you and I sleep poorly, which is why we're anxious, which is why I think some frontmen are nightmares, because you can't turn it off. And it's the price you pay for that stream of creativity.
There's a huge dopamine thing in it as well, particularly like coming off tour or even making music. Like, you get the same, your brain acts the same when you play in front of 5,000 people and the show's ripping as it does when you do an 8-ball. Like, your brain just goes dopamine, and then the next day when you come home from tour and you don't have that.
On a micro level, to pump your tires up a little bit, Guillotine, the beginning of that song. Brother, you thought that up.
I did, yeah.
There's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
That you, and it's beautiful, and we play it in the green room, and I'm like
I love that.
With two Zins in, ready to tear the roof off of the place. We listen to it, I'm like, that psycho made this. And what that does, though, is your brain is making that right now in some way. Your central nervous system is doing that to yourself, and that's why you can't turn it off. And I think that's the frontman thing. I think truly, like, Liam Gallagher is
deranged
the fucking man. Yeah. And to me, Oasis is my favorite band since I was a little kid. But like, he is deranged, and I don't think he can turn it off.
Yeah, there's no way.
There's no way he goes at home and he's like, right, let's watch TV. He does insane shit at his house. Insane shit. Like, him and his brother, the whole thing. Insane
It's like a life sentence, though, because you can't ever escape it.
And you will never stop writing the beginning to Guillotine.
No,
you won't. No. You're going to keep doing it, and it's going to drive you fucking
I did
crazy.
It on this record. I went,
oh, you did worse.
How can I make, I took Fortune Teller and Guillotine, and I was like, let me make these one thing.
I know.
And then,
but
I don't have a band now. So.
It's interesting. Yeah, well, you'll find something to do. But you can't turn that off, and I think that's why every frontman, to bring it back to your point, is a nightmare, because to get that adoration and to, like, I watched Spencer do it all. We have this song on our new record called Generation No Surrender, and he gets the crowd to do it, and it's fucking crazy. He tells them what to do, and they go, yeah, right. And it's like, I'm like, that power. It's got to mess with you, right?
And then he goes home, he's got to take the bins out.
Straight up. Trash cans for you, America.
Sorry. There's certain things that I refuse. I think I say, Madison can tell you because she lives with me, I think I say bins. I will refuse to say trash. Is there any others? Like, I'm trying to think of other things. It's a daily thing where I pronounce something wrong.
Do you say trolley at the grocery store?
I do say trolley. I have been trying real hard to say cart.
My mom says buggy.
Buggy.
Hey, get me a buggy.
It's nothing like a buggy.
She's from Chattanooga. Hey, get me a buggy, honey.
So you're like from here?
I'm the only one born in Florida. My family is from just over the state line in Georgia.
So you're just a Southern belle through and through.
My whole family talked like this. I did until I started traveling, and then it went away.
Yeah, I don't think my accent softened at all. I will. I've got two hard lines on UK to US, like the way we speak. One of them is like, I will give you guys. This is a trade that I'd like to do. If we could just bring the UK and the US together and we just agree, like, forget about all these wars for a second. We just agree. Garage is right. I will give you guys that. We say garage.
I was going to say you've given up garage.
I would give it up because you look at the word mirage, right? You know.
I see.
I will give up that word in exchange. Water freezes at 0 and boils at 100.
Oh, you can't do Celsius. You can't do Fahrenheit.
It makes no sense. Ours makes perfect sense.
We're the only country that uses the imperial system, right?
I don't know.
I think so. Do you say kilometers or miles?
I say miles. Though.
That's weird.
So we split. We're just a bit weird.
There are certain things that we use, that we use the metric system for, though. You're right.
9mm.
Bullets and guns.
What's 9mm in inches, please?
What else? We don't say meters or millimeters for anything.
Anything other than bullets.
Drugs.
Grams
In milliliters.
Interesting. What was
9mm to feet?
To inches.
It would be inches.
Feet's funnier, actually.
I was like, what?
That's a big old bullet. 9mm feet, boy, shit.
0.0393701.
That's why you say 9mm.
Yeah, because you're not going to say
You're not going to bother saying that. But yeah, I just think water freezes at 0, boils at 100. That makes sense. But I'll give you garage for garage.
So if you're in London and you're doing an underplay with Shrey, are you playing the garage or the garage?
I mean, I'm still going to say garage.
Because
but I would, if they made it like some sort of legality, that you guys have to use Celsius and I have to say garage.
First time we played over there, Spencer and I had gotten our first tattoos, like some small tattoos.
What was it? Come on.
It was this Florida thing, but it was just the outline of it.
How long ago is this? This is your camera.
20.
Can you hold this up?
It's going to be upside down. 20 years ago, we played the garage for the first time. We had to wash our new tattoos in the garage bathroom.
That would have been the old garage.
And we kept saying garage.
Yep.
And people were like, no, that's not what it's called. And I was like, bullshit, look at it. It's English.
Yeah.
You invented it.
So, yeah, I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I don't know what, back in the day, red coats, blue, what? Red coats, was that us? I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are redcoats.
I wonder if they said garage.
So
we didn't have one.
To living in, do you feel out of place at all?
Yeah, and I love it.
You do. You love it.
I love it. Every day feels like I'm in a fucking TV show.
Every day?
I just go into I'm just doing a documentary mode in my brain. Like every interaction with someone is not real.
The gym, the bar.
Everything is crazy.
What bars do you go to?
Shulman's. It's like down the fucking street.
That's great.
That's pretty much it. We go to eat a lot, but I don't really.
Where do you eat?
I'm fucking old.
Where do you eat?
There's a lot of good places. Where have we been? I tell you what, I'll shit on for a second. There's a sushi place, and everyone said it was fucking amazing.
What's it called?
I
haven't been there. I've heard of it.
You know the one, and everyone's like, "This is the spot." And we went, sushi connoisseurs.
Oh yeah.
And it was like mid. Like it looked really nice in there, but it was mid.
I'm gonna come out and say this. There is not a lot of great food in Nashville.
What? I like it. She's nodding her head. She's from fucking Cleveland. Well, a lot of good food in Cleveland.
But if you think about it, no, let's. Okay, I just spent a few days. My wife is from Romania, and she was adopted as a child, and she's never been to Europe. So we were playing a festival in Manchester, and I was like, let's go over to Europe for a week before. I'll take you to Paris. And she was enamored. She was like, there's all this stuff and shops and food. And I took her to Dishoom. Have you been to Dishoom?
Yeah, but you're comparing like the best food in Europe with.
But what I'm saying is people in Americans vacation in Nashville. Bachelorette parties, Hindus for you.
Nice, you got that one.
I know it all. Stag, whatever.
Fuck yeah.
But people come here as a destination to eat, and I just don't get it.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a destination to eat, but like we've been to good restaurants.
The best restaurants in America are in New York and in New Orleans.
I've never been to New Orleans.
There's the most culture there.
I mean, there's good. There's good fucking restaurants everywhere.
There is, but Nashville's not a food destination.
But like takeout going to Dishoom and takeout going to Michelin star places and takeout going to like I'm on vacation and then go and be in Paris for a day on tour and then go to Paris for a week and eat the normal food there. No offense, Paris, love Paris, but like your bog standard. Sorry, it's more English.
I got it.
Run of the mill. That means your bog standard restaurant in Europe is not as good as your bog standard restaurant in America, in my opinion. In terms of like,
You really think so?
100%.
Like a brasserie on a random Tuesday in Paris is better. Fact. I'll fight you for it.
Yeah, I might give you that one.
a
Paris is a bad example.
So my agent is British. Our booking agent that does everything outside of America. He's a London guy, and people always, especially Americans, brother, shit on English food. And I think it's great.
Yeah, but because they're at the 1,500 cap venues, 800 to 1,500 caps. You don't have enough money to go to the really good restaurants. Every city has really good restaurants.
You're right. But okay, so let's make it cheap. If you go to a grocery store here and you have to hurry, you're on tour and you need a sandwich, it is shit 90% of the time.
Never done it, so I don't know. Yeah, we have good sandwiches in the UK.
Marks and
actually.
Spencer
It's a good
slaps.
That's a good prawn mayo sandwich.
It's so good.
Shrimp.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Shrimp mayo.
We don't have that here. Like I just, and also I think it comes down to, and this is another podcast, but I think it comes down to like England is the size of Texas or maybe a little bigger, but it's not a very big place. And when you eat, most of the food you eat there comes from there. If you go to Kroger across the road and you get an avocado, 90% of the time it's going to be from somewhere other country.
Yeah, but let me tell you, we can't grow avocados in the UK. The terrible example.
Whatever.
I'll give you strawberries.
Yeah.
Probably us. We probably got strawberries. I think that's changing though. We are getting more American with that. I don't know what my point is here. I'm having more fun with the food here. I think it's because I'm not used to it.
It's different, yeah.
And I get...
You're shooting a documentary at all times. You're on vacation.
And trust me, I put on 15 pounds, so I'm sure it's bad for me. But I kind of love it.
If you go out for a night in England and you drink 10 pints and you eat a piece of pizza and you fucking eat a hot dog, you don't feel as bad the next day as you do here.
Yeah, because the pizza and the hot dog are legally not allowed to be the size that they are here. We have like sanctions for like how much.
But it's also the grain and everything we eat here that's, if you eat bread, we don't eat a lot of bread. I don't, not here.
Bread is a fucking cake here.
It's a cake. But in Europe, it's good and you won't gain weight. Yeah. If you're in Italy and you eat pizza, you do it every day, of course, but you're not going to feel the way you feel here. Bread here it's not food.
It's legally wouldn't be allowed to be called food in the UK. Like actually, it would be called cake.
We don't purchase bread at our house. It's not something we do. If you go out to a steakhouse and they bring you a basket of bread, I'll eat the shit out of it, and I'll feel like crap the next day. But we don't buy. Like I haven't had any bread since we got back from Europe, and I won't. There's no.
I do like a good sandwich here, but that's probably because it tastes like a cake.
It is a cake.
Yeah,
but I love that you love it.
Yeah, I love it.
I love that you.
I feel like I love the US and you love the UK. Like I love the UK.
My agent calls me an Anglophile.
Yeah.
All the music. What made me want to play music is British stuff.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We set the tone for that, but like we ain't got any AC, bro. It's gonna piss you off,
dude. It's bad.
Exactly. See what I'm saying? I've got 38 years of like the small inconveniences. So I've come here and everything's like, I go into my house, it's like, oh my God, it's the temperature I want it to be because there's a button on the wall.
We were walking around Paris and Manchester and our hotel rooms had AC because I always tell our travel agent, I'm like, I can't mess around. But in Paris, the day we landed, it was like 34 Celsius and just soaking
90, that is.
Yeah. And it got up to 98 one day. And you're just sat at a restaurant. It's a stuffed, packed restaurant, and there's no AC. And here, every time you go into a room, it's like a blast chill of air.
Love it.
So you're never wet. I was just wet for a week. And my wife was like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Everything."
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I got loves and I got hates. I honestly don't have that many hates here, but I think it's because I have this thing in my brain where I'm like I live here. This is my home now, but also like. I feel like I'm just in a documentary. I'm just doing a bit.
You're a citizen. How does it work?
No, I've got an O1 visa for 3 years, and then it just renews. So I had one, and then I just renewed it again. And then this time I was like, you can live here on the O1. And I never did it before. And then this time I was like, I'm just going to fucking live here on this. So I got a new O1, which is for this.
So what's next? I'm going to interview you now. What's next? Stray's over.
All I want now is really, because I'll probably do a wanky Animals as Leaders style band just for fun to get my chops out. All I want now, let me tour on a bus, ideally 4. Pay me, not 4 for me, but like, you know,
for the
just
tour. Split
the crew and the band up and just be comfortable.
Yeah.
Pay me a decent fucking wage. That's it. That's all I want. I want to be able to play. That's it.
The beauty of that, I did that for almost 5 years with Paramore. No interviews.
Flex.
Oh, you know, but no interviews. I just played the drums.
That's what I want.
It was awesome. And you know what it did for me, honestly? And this is the biggest thing. It made me 5 times the drummer I was before. And they hired me for me, you know, for my feel and style and who I am as a drummer. But it changed me because what I realized, and this is what you'll love when you get a job like this, is if I mess up an Underoath song, who gives a shit?
It's your band.
It's my band. We'll laugh.
Sorry,
about
I
it.
was singing.
Yeah, whatever. With the Paramore thing, it was scary to mess up. Like, it's the first gig I've ever had where I messed up like 4 or 5 times, and I felt so bad. But I would go tears of weeks without really screwing up.
Yeah.
Which I've never done. You know what I mean? Like, I messed up Friday in Toronto.
Do you think it's because you cared more because it wasn't your music?
It's different because when you go see, I saw Coldplay once and the singer fell and it was so funny, and like he played it off and like he laughed at himself.
He's a funny guy.
He laughed at himself, and there was 30,000 people at this outdoor amphitheater in Tampa, and everyone laughed, and it was cool. It was cool that he screwed up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, it's his. But when you mess up when Haley's trying to sing, you're a fucking idiot.
I would fucking shoot myself.
Because you're trying to prop up this perfect song, and the people who are there are ravenous for it. It's different than, like, I don't know how to explain it. You know what I mean? Like the kabuki, the thing in the front of the stage for the layman, would drop and there'd be 20,000 cameras. And if you mess up in that moment, you don't look bad, she does.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's
her vessel.
But if I mess up an Underoath, it's me.
Yeah.
I did it.
And you don't care.
I sang the beginning of Boy Brush Red over the beginning of Writing on the Walls once.
Wow.
In front of it at the Palladium in Boston.
How did you style that off?
Because
Just changed.
Both songs start, you know, with me and a guitar singing.
Yeah.
And I just downloaded the wrong song
Into your brain.
into my brain. And I'll never forget it.
So hands were playing one song and then voice did a different song.
There was no hands yet. Both of those songs, they both start with just me and there's no hands yet. And my body came in playing the right song, but my voice was singing Boy Brush Red. And I'll never forget, there was a guy in the front.
glitch.
Yeah, there was a guy in the front row, and he just goes, ah! He's pointing at me, just, idiot, you know, like. But you can't do that when you're, and it made me such a better drummer, and I think I'm so much better for it now.
You scared me now, though.
No.
Now I'm like, oh, wait, it does sound scary.
But you
'Cause I've just got to the point where I don't care that I fuck up in my own band.
But you do things that I don't do. Like, I always think about your podcast you did with Garska, where you guys are talking about how many hours a day you practice. That's fucking crazy. Like, I don't do that.
Not since I moved here. I've been slacking.
I play drums when there's a reason.
Yeah, I think I'm ready for that era of my life.
I play a lot. Like, I recorded 2 songs yesterday and 1 today. So I play a lot because I'm making music. And if there's drums required and I'm producing, most of the time I play the drums.
I'm finding it so hard right now because Stray's ending, but this is multifaceted. So I've only recently come to the conclusion that if I fuck up, it's not the end of the world. Don't beat yourself up. Also, because of the move, I've gone the longest amount of time without playing the drums that I've ever had.
How long?
Just because of I guess when I moved here, there was maybe 2 months.
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
Yeah.
But I came back and I was like, oh, I'm fucking sick. Why the fuck am I playing the drums all the time? Like, I literally was just like, I thought I had to, and to an extent you fucking do, but like muscle memory after however many years, I was just like, I thought like, right, I have to go to the drums every single day because I have to be on, I have to, I'm going to lose it otherwise. And then I took 2 months off and then I went, oh, I better play the songs because we're going on tour next week. And I was like, I'm fucking ripping. And ever since then, I'm like, I can't be bothered to go and play the drums.
I'm from a different school than, Matt Garska plays things that I will never hope to even think about or break down.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Yeah, you do too. But like, I think that a little bit of time away is good. It makes me more violent behind the drum set. Like,
yeah, there's more.
It's
you definitely physically have more energy because you're rested.
And it's also, I think drums, for me, and the style that I like the most is like the edge of your seat. Like, is this gonna go off the rails? Yeah. Like, I think that when you watch our band, you don't really know what's gonna happen, even if you know the songs. Like, it's a little bit like
on the edge.
On the edge. It always has been and it always will be. That's just what we do. But I think drums are the best that way. But circling back, like when you're playing someone else's songs, you don't really have that liberty. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I think I need that right now to push me into. So what I'm saying is, I currently cannot bring myself to go to the drum room because we're splitting up. So I'm like, what the fuck is the point? I know I have to. I will go next week because we go on tour the week afterwards. Yeah. But like, I think for me getting back into like loving drums, I need to join someone who just wants me to play the drums. Yes. And then all I have to do is go and play their songs. I don't have to play the songs that I have to play on stage and then also talk about a merch spread and talk about what's the next tour and talk about the supports for the next tour.
Interview.
Like, I'm fucking done with that. I'm so excited to not do all of the inner workings.
And the reverse side, is you'll do that and you'll love it.
And then I'll get bored.
And then you'll get bored. And not even bored, but just like, I remember I left Paramore in 2016 because Underoath got back together. And we did that, playing both those records. And the first night we walked out on stage, I was like, here it is. This is mine. And like, these people are here to see these songs that I was a part of making, and they believe it. And it was super special with Paramore, but you're realizing the whole time that you have nothing to do with it. And there's a different energy and a different vigor that you play the drums with. I believe that. And you will rip whatever gig you do. You will fucking love it for 3 or 4 years, and then you'll go, yeah, but that bridge should be halftime. Yeah. It should be. It would hit harder.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If there's a 4-on-the-4 kick on the end of this section, the lights would follow it, and it would be sick.
I think that's my ideal situation is like get one of these gigs where I'm just playing their songs as they are, and then within 3 or 4 years, like, oh, we're going to do a new record. Do you want to come write? And I'll be like, oh, that's the dream.
That's the best of both ends. Yeah, I think you'll come out with your head above the water no matter what you do because you're so talented. But
he's so nice.
I am.
You're also doing, before I cut up, you're doing what Madison loves a guest to do. Look how welcoming and open he is. She always mentions it to any other guests that come. Because I sit like this to talk to you.
Well, you have to. It's your job.
But you come in. Look at that. You're wide open to the room.
She's in the conversation. We're having a conversation. I'm comfortable. I know you. I'm not guarded,
Paramore fan. Big Paramore. I thought I was dropping a bomb earlier when I was like, this motherfucker used to play for Paramore. She was like, I know.
She Dak Sheparded me.
It's supposed to be I know. But as the executive producer of the Downbeat, I was supposed to do some research. So I started to do some research.
Yeah.
I love it.
Was there a little... Ooh.
And there absolutely was a ooh.
Ooh.
It was a cool time in my life, and I hope that you get to experience that because in the perks level, it was a private plane sometimes, and it was that shit. And it was awesome. But at the end of the day, it just isn't yours. It's not. It's like you go to somebody's house that's like extravagant. And you love it for a few days, and then after that, you're like, I just want my bed. You know what I mean? Like you can go stay at the Ritz for 5 nights, and after a little while, you're like, the sheets are tucked in too tight. And fucking, you know what I mean? Like
I want to go clean my bathroom.
It's a thing.
But here's the thing, though. This is why I think maybe I'll avoid getting the itch like that because I have this. Because I have this.
Yeah, you do.
I'm so fucking busy that I'm just like, I love playing the drums, but please, someone else, like. The last year of Stray, like mostly other than music videos, which is all Dragon Neck, mostly me and Tom do everything business-wise. And the last year, he's been busy with, this is a fucking scoop because I haven't even talked about the band on this since we split up.
I brought it out of you.
It's fine. The last year, he's got 2 kids and got busier.
He's managing bands
that are doing incredible. And I've been moving and doing this. So we've been slowing down. And when we slow down, nothing happens.
Yeah.
So it got to the point where we had a conversation where like, should we just fucking, we're doing really good, but we don't have the energy to put into this. No one does. Should we just call it Tarantino? 10 records bounce.
That's the reason, though, is to focus on other things.
We were just too busy.
Yeah, I'm lucky.
Which is a shame.
I'm the busiest guy in Underoath, but the guy that really drives the ship is Tim. And Grant, the bass player, they're the business guys. And I just can't be bothered with that stuff in a band. I don't care.
Yeah, see, I always have cared, and now it's got to the point where I can't physically care. And if you want to even magnify even further, you can blame Spotify for all of this. Because none of us would have to have so many side hustles if you got paid the amount that you should be getting paid to make music.
Yeah, we lived a life for years by just doing Underoath. A great life.
I packed those CDs, bro.
Yeah, we lived a great life. We got in when you sold music.
I know. I was packing them, bro.
And you don't sell music now. We sell vinyl, and we're lucky because we've been a band long enough to demand a certain price live and all of these things. But like, you don't make money off the music anymore.
So you got to do other stuff, and then unfortunately, in Stray's case, it's become the point where like other stuff has got too fruitful to put energy into the band.
That's so sad.
It is, because essentially, like I do this, it makes more money than the band's ever fucking make.
I was explaining to someone the other day how back in the day there was something called SoundScan. So every CD you sold or record you sold on the road counted as one. It did. It was 1 to 1. If you sold 100,000 records, you sold them.
Which you would think it should be.
But now, 1,500 streams on a DSP, so Spotify, Deezer, whatever, Apple Music counts as one album.
Insane to mention Deezer before.
I know.
Before Apple Music.
I don't know where I got Deezer
That's that
from.
glitch.
I've never even opened Deezer, bro.
Singing the wrong song.
But no, I mean, it's just not, it's the new, and I don't know that it makes sense. Like, the streaming thing, I look now. I don't listen to Spotify at all because I have moral reasons I don't. But I listen to Apple Music, but I have a Spotify account to look to see the monthly listeners of artists to gauge where they are in their career.
Yeah, but that's botted now as well.
So what I was going to say is we just did Rock and Ring, Rock and Park last summer, and Green Day was on both of our days as the headliner. And you know how big those festivals are, right? A band played after Green Day both days and had as big, if not bigger, of a crowd. A band called the Broilers.
The Broilers?
Yes, they're German. Both those festivals are for the laymen are in Germany, and they have like, it was some minuscule monthly listener compared. Green Day is fucking Green Day.
Yeah, but they're playing after Green Day on the same stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just people who can't be bothered to leave.
I don't think so. The band is huge in Germany. Huge.
What was the monthly listeners?
I was like 180,000 or something. Something crazy number.
Yeah.
Like some crazy, like less than a tenth or some crazy mathematical equation that I can't be bothered with. But like, people were in it, man. In it. And that's my thing is like, it's botted. And I'm not saying Green Day's botted. That's not what I'm saying. But it's botted, and the litmus is just, it's wrong. It doesn't make any sense.
How do you feel? Because it has changed. The monthly listener metric has changed the way music gets released now. Like, everyone's doing 6 singles on a record.
You have to.
Do you feel good about that or bad about that?
Bad.
Yeah. I fucking hate it.
And this conversation scares me, Craig, because I don't want to seem and sound to people like an old head, in the sense where, like, when we were coming up on Warped Tour 04 through 07, and we were like, we were lighting the world on fire in those years. It was like Bring Me in 2012. That's what it was like. And I remember band like NoFX and Pennywise and like all these bands that we looked up to making fun of us to our face and like saying shit to our face. And I find myself falling into those tropes mentally. And I really try not to say it out loud, like of bands that are just crushing and their algorithm is right and their TikTok is right. I'm like, that's lame. I think that stuff. And I'm like, I got to watch it. You know what I mean? Like I gotta really watch it. Cause what I think is cool is like, you don't know what a band looks like. And then they drop a record and you listen to the whole thing and it's magic. I miss that. And
Wait,
I think that
you don't know what they look like because they're wearing masks? Or...
No, like because you couldn't just go look at your phone and see what a band looked like.
Do you know what my favorite personal one of those is? Ghost. I heard the Ghost record, the first Ghost record, when I was working in the same place that I did your record. I heard that record before I saw what they looked like, and I was like, this is just sick. This sounds like ABBA with riffs. And I was like, this is fucking awesome. And I spoke to my friend that worked there, and who was like a black metal guy, but he also liked, you know, like Crowbar and shit like that. And obviously there's big riffs in there. I was like, oh, what about that band Ghost? And he was like, fuck that, blah, blah, blah. And then we keep talking, and it ends up, he just doesn't like the way they look, so he doesn't like the music. I was like, what do they look like? And then it comes up, and I'm like, oh my God. I thought it was sick, but like, I know what you mean.
There's that thing, like we did a signing at a record store at a mall in our hometown, and like 3,000 people showed up.
Damn.
Because they didn't, you couldn't connect.
Couldn't DM you.
You couldn't connect. You know what I mean? Like that was for Define the Great Line. Like you couldn't connect. It was like, and so now it just feels so foreign to me. The algorithms, the posting, the 18 singles. It just, and I don't want to sound like an old head, but it just, the magic feels gone. As cheesy as that sounds, like it just feels different. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm the same way, and I think you have an interior struggle like I do as well, where it's like, I don't want to sound like I just don't get it. And I don't want to be wrong. Like maybe this is just the way it fucking goes, but I hate it.
Fat Mike, the singer for NoFX, made fun of us every day in 2006 from stage. Every day. In Warped Tour.
Was it for the God stuff though?
That was sort of his jumping point, but I really believe that I don't know if jealous is the right word, but we were just setting the world on fire, and he was like, shit.
Well, it's like Bring Me. Like the minute everyone started hating Bring Me was like the start of them getting fucking massive in the UK anyway. If you were not a teenage girl and you liked metal, for the most part, everyone just shout on Bring Me, but it's like, and everyone, it's the same thing people do now. Like, this band's fucking never going anywhere. It's like always the band that's going to be the biggest fucking thing on earth.
And I really try to combat that. There's a lot of stuff out right now that I just don't understand. And I don't understand the way it looks and the way it sounds and the way it's marketed and the way that they drip 18 singles. And I don't get it, but I have to just go, times are changing and I'm old and it's okay. You know, I can like what I like, and what I think is cool is still cool to me. And it's okay, but it is hard, dude, because I can't be bothered to do the things that I guess are quotation fingers required now. Yeah. To be big or to be buzzing or whatever. Like I can't do those things.
Well, I saw something that will piss you off today, actually. I'm just in my TikTok right now.
See, I don't even have one.
Yeah, so I'm in my TikTok and I got served with this today, which was, help this song get huge and get paid $500. And it's just a band and their latest single. You can get between $30 and $100. And there's, $30 and $500 by using it in a reel.
Oh, I see.
And the biggest reel that pops off that gets millions and millions of views then gives that person $500. And then it makes the band huge. That's now what's happening. It's going into TikTok, labels going into TikTok, giving TikTok fucking nothing, like $500.
Yeah.
And it's up to 30, but so maybe they hash out like $900 total. And then off the back of that, they get millions of views. It is
so wild and different. I sat at my studio last year. I had a meeting. I'll leave the guy in the label nameless, but a major label.
Pussy.
And the guy was like, all we're focused on right now is TikTok. And I was like, what? And that to me is crazy because you really work hard to make things that matter. You know, you dig on the vocal and you dig on the music and you really want it to be special. And then you just put it on a thing and hope a girl puts her makeup onto it and hope, you know what I mean? Like, it's really difficult. It's really difficult. And I haven't talked like this ever in public, but for running the risk of sounding like an old head, it's just uninspiring to me. Like,
I think though, because I was looking at that today, and initial reaction was incredibly pissed off, and the initial reaction was like, "Oh, this is what labels are concentrating on now."
it is.
But then I had like a little like peel behind the veil of the whole thing, and I was like, "No, one day, when they've created this universe which they're very close to creating, where the content creator is king." The content creators will look at that $500 and then what they're giving the band in return for getting $500, and they're going to stop doing it.
You think so?
I think so, because
The machine will eat itself.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what I was, because I was looking at that and I was like, yeah, fuck that, because of the you're artificially manufacturing the band to get big by using creators. But then I thought about it. It's like, no, there will become a time when these creators need much more than $500 to do that, because they have their come to Jesus moment when they realize, which I had and you would have had and all of us have, as like, when are you able to get endorsed? When you're like,
yes,
I can provide to a brand, so give me free gear. Like, I think content creators are going to get to the point where they're like, no, I'm not doing that for $500. Might be a few years away,
but it's changed. The algorithm has changed the way that music sounds. Like, I saw a band recently, a big band, and it was outside, rock band, rock adjacent, heavy music band, whatever. And I'm sat there watching it, and there's fire and cryo and all of the tropes and all of the stuff and lasers, and there's 15,000 people there. And I know that 90% of what I was hearing was a computer. I know it.
I mean, that's...
And there's a full
everything.
There's a full band on stage, and I'm not saying Underoath plays to a click, and we played it with there's backing, but there's 5 of us, and everyone's doing something, so there's not like heavy. I
mean, you can't even put yourself close to
You've
the
toured
bands
with
that
us,
you're...
you know what's there, but like
You have Chris.
he's doing.
These bands will not have Chris.
Chris does stuff
Chris will be the computer.
Yeah, Chris does stuff he shouldn't even do live that he does live to prove a point, I think. But anyway,
Are you talking about his moshing?
well, no,
His stage
he just-
moshing is incredible.
There's like things that start a song that should be on a track, because if he fat fingers it, we're fucked.
Yeah, so don't even put yourself in with these bands.
But like, I knew like vocals, like the only thing I could count for that was real on stage was drums. Like, and there's 5 guys on stage, when I was watching this band, and I think the algorithm has made that way.
Well, I saw people beefing the Oasis show because there was people complaining that it was just a band on stage.
Oh yeah, no click, no in-ears. Those guys are
Which
wild.
is like, so people are now, to your point, people are now expecting it to be Universal Studios presents this band. Like,
And
I kind of love like a big inflatable thing on stage, but like people are expecting a spectacle.
Well, and I think that's what makes us old heads. Like, I saw Chris Stapleton last year, who's a huge country singer, and it was just him and his band. Wedges. There was 30,000 people there. It was a sold out amphitheater in Utah, and it was so good. And I think the reason why it was so good is because
you're old.
No, because it was human. And I wonder if the pendulum will swing back the other way, where people are like demanding.
Definitely, it'll be like grunge. I
hope so.
There'll be a tipping point soon where people want what happened with grunge after hair metal. Everyone was just like, polish this, polish that, and it was like Nirvana comes out, and everyone's like, "Ugh, this is gross. I like it."
It does feel a little bit like we're in the 80s.
Yeah,
Looks-
we're in hair metal right
The
now.
looks, singing as high as you can, like Fire, Smoke and Mirrors. I know bands
Sexual misconduct.
I know bands that don't have any business paying for Pyro that have Pyro, and we're just waiting for Nirvana to come along.
People forget as well, if you are, and you're allowed to be this, because I love to go and see a show, especially if I've got a fucking chair. Oh, sit me
it's the
down
best.
and give me like a spectacle. Like, I love that.
I'm going to Oasis at the end of next month in a chair
Hell yeah, yeah.
in Chicago. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Can't wait.
But like, people forget a spectacle that you may need to see in order to buy the tickets takes money out of the band's pocket. Like, these huge venues, like, who do you think's paying for the Pyro and paying for the big fucking dragon and roller coaster and whatever else they have? Is the band. The band is getting less money for the show because they're spending it all on fucking fire. Everyone that plays at Alexandra Palace, like, in the UK. That's like the big one, you know.
Ali Pali,
Ali
yeah.
Pali, exactly. I deliberately didn't say it, but like almost everyone that plays there cuts even. They break even.
Oh, yeah.
Because they have to, because the room is so fucking big and it's all standing, they have to put on a show, and the cost of the production is normally the same as what their guarantee would be. So it's like a break even.
Oh, I mean, I see it. I looking at a spreadsheet the other day. We have a semi truck and screens, and you've seen it. It's all the crap, and it's part of me wonders, would people come if it was a backdrop and us playing?
That's what I mean.
I don't know. I wish they would.
It'd be sick. You make loads more
Of money, but I love like all that Bruce Springsteen, and I love all the '90s Oasis and Pulp and Primal Scream, and you go see those bands, and it's just, I mean, Oasis has screens and stuff, but it's just the songs, and you're there to see the songs, and I crave getting back to that because my life is the songs. My life isn't. I just told you I'm not the business guy. I don't give a shit. Yeah. Like, it's not interesting to me. And even I've swung the other way as a spectator. Like, I want to see the songs. You know what I mean? And if you have production, I want it to be like, you know what the coolest production I've ever seen is 2001, Dillinger Escape Plan, Furnace Fest, Dimitri blowing fire in his own mouth. Yeah. And they threw the cabinets off the stage, and it was mayhem.
Yeah.
And it stuck with me.
Yeah, but then even that now, though.
I know.
Even that now is overplayed. And I'm not going to name any names. There's bands.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to see it on a festival. I wonder which of these bands will be climbing the rigging today.
Of
like,
course,
even that's got...
It's,
and that's me being an old head because I have to put myself back. Yeah. Remember the first time I ever saw Dillinger with Greg was Reading Festival.
Sick.
And he shit in a Tesco bag on stage and flung it into the crowd. And I went, that's the best thing I've ever fucking seen.
But you liked it, though, because it was primal and it was real. And now, like, if I go see Bring Me the Horizon, I love that band. I know what I'm getting.
Yeah.
It's going to be insane. It's going to look like a fucking...
I mean, I feel like stuff like that, though, I do love that. Like the Bring Me stage show.
It's great.
I fucking love it.
It's great.
I can moan about it all day.
But the songs are great, too, though.
And
I wonder what it would be like if they played... They put On Sale Tomorrow, Sempiternal, only front to back, and you went and it was just a banner. You'd love it.
I'd love it and you'd love it. Madison.
That's the thing.
I would love that.
You would love it.
You would.
No production. It's just the band and a backdrop. None of the screens, none of the thing that says, like, welcome to the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly, like, I think it adds a lot to the performance, but ultimately, that wasn't part of Bring the Horizon when I was listening to them on my headset. So like it really, the music is the
I feel like the music
part.
has to come. The music it's begun though, and the point I'm trying to make is the music has come alongside all of this stuff.
I see what you're saying. I definitely
when we got Spencer and I sang on the new Bring Me record.
Yeah,
and we did cut the vocals a mile from here.
Wow,
it's out. It's been out. It's out. But like. When I opened the files...
Yeah, I've heard you listen to the song. She knows what it is.
When I opened the files, I was like, wow. Like, it feels like a movie. Like, the track is so... It's so dense. And
was it a Jordan or was it
No, it was a Zach. This is post-Jordan. Funny thing about that is we started picking the song apart, and we had Ollie on FaceTime, and he was on a boat in the middle of the ocean in Spain. It was wild. But... Spencer looks at me, he goes, Jordan's not there anymore. And I was like, what?
Oh, while you were like doing, yeah.
Well, Ollie had hung up at this point, but he was like, Jordan didn't work on this record. He could tell. I couldn't tell, but like,
yeah.
It's just, the music has come alongside, and that's not just them, it's everybody. The music has come alongside like I said, the band I saw a few months ago, where I was like, this is so just grandiose. The music has come alongside the production, and that scares me a little bit too.
I feel like Bring Me's we picked a bad example as well, and I don't want to throw anyone else under the bus because Bring Me's music is so fucking good.
It's so good
that we can't really, like, I can think of bands that we could have said.
Of course. I mean, a left turn here, I think, with Bring Me, and I think the reason why Bring Me is as big as they are, is because of the lyrics. I believe that. Like, that dude is so talented.
He's also a fucking rock star. Like.
He's a fucking star, but what he's saying is so cathartic for people, I think. Like that Doomed song, dude, when I heard that, I was like, that's the truth.
That
Like,
fucking record's unbelievable.
it's unbelievable. But like, yeah, I feel like the music has started to come alongside of the production in a way. You know what I mean? Like, I hear this sentence a lot in the studio. Oh, this would be a good part live. Like, we never used to talk like that.
I mean, we do, but it's more like I can see a circle pit here
That's
or
different.
like a jumping thing. Not like this is the part where the robot dragon comes down and pretends to eat the drummer. Like,
Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. And at the risk of spending 30 minutes talking about being an old head, I guess I just am. You know? I guess I just am, and it's okay. You know?
Same.
Like,
I'd like to be in one of those bands though. That have the crazy shit going on.
I don't, I say same, but that's not true. We have quite a bit of crazy shit.
Yeah, you have crazy shit. Let's talk about that tour that we did together. Because that was the last time I've fucking seen you.
It was great.
We met on that tour. This is a lineup you could never, ever do right now.
Oh, no. We'd be opening somehow.
Underoath. No, we would still. But Underoath, Spirit Box, Bad Omens, Stray.
Yeah.
And I remember when we got the offer. So E-Tid dropped out.
E-Tid dropped out. It was us, Spirit Box, and E-Tid. It was the opener.
And they dropped out.
They broke up.
They broke up, so they dropped out. And ROP. Broke up after such a good album as well. Crazy. And then you replaced E-Tid with Bad Omens and Stray.
Because we were like, we're going to give people the bang for their buck. Let's do 2 bands.
And you fucking did. So I remember when we got the offer, the last thing I'd heard about Bad Omens was the small logo gate stuff with the Amity Affliction.
Yeah,
Remember that?
I do.
And I was just like, oh, this band back then. This band sounds like Bring Me the Horizon, like the small logo gate thing, kind of funny. I can kind of see their point, but also it's kind of funny. They made a shirt, I think it was. I remember they played it off really good.
They did, yeah.
And I remember us going like, we're not going to play before that band. And then I think I said it. I was like, I'm not playing before that band. Or someone said it. And then Tom goes, go look at their monthly listeners. And then I pulled it up and it was like 2 million. And I was like, I guess I'm playing before that band. And then they're like the fucking biggest thing on earth. Spirit Box, the biggest thing on earth. You guys, tour was fucking crazy. My favorite tour I've ever done.
We played with them. It was great. We played with Bad Omens Friday at a festival. And we were direct support to them. And it was,
a lot can happen in 3 years.
And we were direct support to them, and it was cool. But it was cool because they're the same.
Yeah.
They were like so happy we were there, and
Yeah, they're so fucking
they had
nice.
fire and fucking. I mean, dude, it was like the drum riser was 8 feet tall. You know, the whole thing, and it was cool to hear Spencer like unpack it though on stage. He was like 3 years ago. We took this band on tour as a 2 of 4.
Yeah.
And there's 25,000 people. There was like a small festival. You know. It was wild.
You must feel like proud dads.
You can take it both ways, though. You know, like we wouldn't headline over Spirit Box now either. You know, we might co-headline in certain places, but they 90% would 95% would headline over us.
But I think that's a testament to you just having your finger on the pulse back then when you booked that tour.
Yeah.
This band's going to be big. This band's going to be big. Guess what? The
Yeah.
2 biggest ones.
But I like that about I feel like our band is kind of that band where, you know, we do this, you know, we're kind of just doing our thing and bands come and go. And that tour was so great though, because it was our first after COVID.
Yeah.
That's why that tour was so great.
We did one after COVID and we all got COVID and I was going to quit the band and then we got your offer.
You got COVID for quitting you were going to, what?
We did one tour like November 21. That was 22.
Why were you going to quit
February
the
22?
band?
Because we did one tour in November 21. I got COVID on the tour. I didn't enjoy it. And I was like, I'm going to fucking quit the band. And then I got home and then we got your offer and I was like, let me do this tour.
That was a great tour.
I'm going to quit the band like every day.
That's your thing, huh?
I don't say it out loud. I'm not the guy that's like, I'm going to fucking quit the band. I'm in my head like, I'm going to quit the band. That's it. And then I don't.
Because you don't like the discomfort of like certain things, or why?
Yeah, when we're on a bus, it's the physicality of what I do combined with not having enough money to pay a drum tech.
Yeah.
Which I now just pay. I think that tour was the first tour that I paid.
Gabe was there.
Yeah. To drum tech for
Pigeon.
me, probably why I started having fun.
We had a blast.
The amount of work and uncomfort that I do to the return of the money that I get in collaboration with opportunities missed from being on tour was just like, why am I doing this? And I just continue to do it. Luckily, the band got a little bit bigger. So, but that's why I mostly don't want to be in a band, because it's uncomfortable. And then I come home with less money than I would have made if I stayed at home.
Yeah, that's hard. It's hard, man. That tour in particular was just it felt like a weird hinge point, because you have these bands, and I knew like a weekend watching Bad Omens, I was like, oh shit. Like, in a good way, this band's going to be massive. And Spirit Box they probably could headline that tour, let's be honest. Close to.
I mean, it was definitely, there was no walkouts.
No.
So you were definitely, it could have been a co-headliner, but there was no, it's not like they were.
It was their first full US tour, though.
Crazy. But they're an anomaly.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but that tour, it did feel like a hinge point because COVID happened. We got COVID on the tour. Spencer and
Did
Chris.
you? I can't remember.
Spencer and Chris and I, we rode around in a rental car for a while. It was fucking terrible.
I remember just the unofficial, the thing that people don't talk about on tours in these days. Oh, I remember Spirit Box got COVID actually.
They dropped a couple shows.
But like the unofficial thing was just like, oh, you don't feel well, just go sit over there. Don't fucking test.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Tim used to say, you can't get COVID if you don't test. I mean, it's stupid. But
Yeah. No one did that. Everyone did everything by the book.
Everyone did everything by the book. No, we did test and we had it. So we got Spencer and Chris and I drove a rental car for 5 days around. It was horrible on that tour. And then we would go in the back door, wouldn't sound check, it was fucking terrible. So that tour felt like a weird hinge point because it was so fun, but then it was filled with like, is this game going to stay on the road? Like, I thought that the whole time. I was like, we're going to lose our asses because if everyone gets COVID and we have to start canceling shows, you know what I mean? Like, what are we going to do? It was a mess.
Now look at us. Everything's back.
They're back, baby.
Everything's back. No one gives a fuck.
I haven't even thought about a COVID test in so long.
I did one. When did I do one? I wanted to get out of something and I felt a bit sick. I can't remember what it was.
A COVID test now, it is a scapegoat if you. You know
what was sick though? Like back in COVID touring days, when there was someone like and you don't really want them backstage, but you don't want to be a wanker and be like, I don't not give them AAA because they are, deserving of AAA. You could just be like, it's kind of tight because of the COVID restrictions. So I can give you a GA ticket, but you're not going to be able to come backstage.
There's nothing harder. There's nothing harder in our job, in my opinion, than fuck the travel, fuck jet lag. When you're playing in a hometown show or city where you know everyone and you've got like 500 people backstage, that shit is the hardest.
Come off stage and everyone's talking at you.
It's not just that. It's like the days leading up to it. Can I get a spot? Can I get a spot? And you give everybody a spot, but then you realize they all converge when they get there and they text you and you're like, well, what do I do now? Yeah. Like, your normal day is helter skelter. You can't like.
Yeah, I do fucking hate a hometown show. Although it's actually the only time I get to see my parents. Mostly these days.
Really?
Christmas and when we play.
You think they'll start coming here?
I've been trying to get, this is a weird thing. They watch this as well. So, hi guys. They got a dog and the dog's like kind of old, but not like really old. And they're like, you should come at Christmas. You should probably come in April because the UK is still shitty weather and it's fucking beautiful here.
Yeah.
Except for the tornadoes. But like, and they're like, we're waiting for the dog. We're waiting for the dog to die before we go anywhere. And I'm like, motherfuckers, you old as fuck.
Where do they live?
You might go before this dog.
Are you from Brighton?
No, I'm from Reading.
Oh, you're Northman.
Reading,
that's why you're
Reading Festival.
You're a Northman.
I'm not in the north. It's fucking West
London.
London.
I'm thinking, never mind.
No,
yeah.
It's the last subway stop on the Elizabeth line.
I love England.
You really do, don't you?
I really do. I would live there tomorrow.
You want to pay 48% tax on anything over 48 grand a year?
Is that really what it is?
Yeah.
48%?
In Scotland, it's like, I think...
because you moved from Scotland to here, right?
When you hit 48, so it's 20% up to 48. 48 to 100 is 45%.
Jesus.
And then anything over 100, I'm pretty sure goes up to 48. But then also at 100 grand, not that I'm earning anywhere near this, guys. At 100 grand, you lose your tax-free allowance, so you technically lose another 12 grand there. So there's some weird loophole, not like a bad loophole in the UK where you're actually better off making 75 grand a year than you are making 100 because of the stuff you lose at 100. Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
We got a healthcare system and all that stuff. Like I'm not saying taxes are bad, but they could maybe set like 100 grand these days doesn't give you what 100 grand gave you in like 1980.
No.
So like they do change where the splits are, but like 48%, put that at like 500 grand, put that at $1 million or whatever, like, because you'd get more, you'll get more. Make it fucking 60 at $1 billion. I don't give a shit. But yeah. So does that change you?
I mean, 48% is.
Could you live with 48% of your income halved right now? Could you live comfortably?
No, not here. I mean,
but if you get hit by a car, you're not going to pay for it. So there are.
I mean, the problem is
swings and roundabouts.
In America is the health insurance. My health insurance is $1,000 a month.
Is that for both of you and the kids?
Yeah,
I'm learning that's quite good.
It is. Yeah, it is good. It's the healthcare thing is wild. Like
it's insane. It's a basic human right.
That's the American healthcare system is terrifying. It really is.
They're trying to make the UK one like the US one, very slowly. And
but then when you go to countries that have healthcare. Like I hear from people like, I broke my leg and I need an operation. I've been waiting for 6 weeks. That's crazy. Like we don't do that here.
I can one up you because I'm on two sides of the coin here with the UK healthcare thing because I broke my back.
I remember that. Yeah.
And they put me on a waiting list for a physio, which was 6 months long. And I spoke to my
physio is what like a therapist.
Physical therapist.
Yeah, okay.
They put me on the waiting list. It was 6 months on the waiting list. I spoke to my friend who was a physical therapist on like day 2, and they were like, "If you don't start doing physical therapy right now, you're gonna have
wheelchair,
you're gonna have arthritis, all this stuff." So I end up paying out of my own pocket to get the physical therapy.
So you had the option to do that, private.
Yeah, I just fucking went to a place. 6 months rolls along. Because I was like, I still need to do the physical therapy. So I'm like, let me catch up on this waiting list thing. Go and ask if I'm on the waiting list. Where I am on the waiting list. Oh, you're not on the waiting list. Someone just didn't put me on there. There's no way of tracking it. So
you would have been fucked.
I would have been fucked. I wouldn't be sat here right now. I would, but Charles Xavier maybe. But like, that's fine. It's a comic book character. So like, and then another time, tried to myself. And went to try and get therapy after such a big thing.
Wow!
And again, put me on a waiting list again, and wasn't on the fucking waiting list. So like,
how long was the initial wait for the therapist?
Again, I think they I think what they're doing because they're trying to secretly privatize the NHS is they'll tell you, yeah, you're on the waiting list for 6 months. 6 months is like the blanket figure.
Oh, it's just
I think maybe you're never even on it because they just want you to then go private. So then when they finally come and they go, hey guys, the NHS is fucked because we burnt it to the ground. Wouldn't it be nice if you could just pay and everything would work like it used to? Like that's what they're trying to do. It's a very slow thing and it's involving possibly millions of deaths. But like that's where I think it's going. So I can't afford healthcare here right now, but I have to. I'm going to have to fucking do it.
You have to, yeah. You'll have to go through the National Health Marketplace.
Yeah, I've recently learned this.
Yeah. So are you in therapy now?
No, I'm good now, bro.
It's a lifelong thing. That's an interesting thing because therapy, like my insurance, I'm in therapy, and my insurance doesn't cover it at all. So we pay a little over $1,000 a month for 3 of us. Yeah. My oldest child is from my first marriage, and he's on his mom's. But so my wife and I and my daughter are a little over $1,000 a month, and I have to pay out of pocket for therapy.
How much is therapy?
$100 an hour.
How often do you go?
Once a week.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
That's $400 a month.
That's a lot of money, bro.
It's $400 a month, but the alternative is like, and sometimes I hate therapy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's something that people don't talk about with therapy enough is, oh, it's made me feel so much better. You hear that a lot. And you hear these success stories, but sometimes it's like, it feels like going to the gym. Sometimes you wake up, like today I had to run a 5K and do all these push-ups. It was all my thing to do today, and I just did not want to do it. I was so
Did you do it?
Oh, yeah.
Sick.
I was so sore when I woke up, you know? I've been playing drums all fucking week. But like, you have to, the therapy thing you have to do, and then to pay for something that you feel like is work is really difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have to
Yeah.
go do it and you have to do the work, but it's difficult. And I think therapy should be the first thing. It's basic with basic health care.
Why isn't it included?
I don't know. I talked to a guy, was it Joe Rogan's Comedy Club a couple weeks ago? And there's a bar connected to called Mitzi's. It's like a private bar. It's open through the week, but on Monday nights they do Kill Tony, the show.
Yeah.
And it's private. Like Woody Harrelson was in there. It was wild.
Wow.
But I met a guy at Mitzi's. He told me he swallowed a Zen.
What happened?
He said he was sick as a dog. For
Yeah,
like
I
a
was
couple.
gonna say that would fucking.
Can you imagine?
I mean, I could imagine. I went through a stage of playing with them on stage,
Oh hell yeah!
but like the amount of times I've tried to chew gum on stage and inhaled it, like I think that's
Yeah.
asking for trouble.
How many of these do you do a day?
I vape, so I use them when I'm on the podcast. I use them when I'm on a plane. That's it.
Oh.
But I am thinking. I haven't even said this to my
we go.
beloved
fucking
over
scoop,
there in the
dude.
corner. I'm
It's the 15th.
thinking.
Let's look. It's the 15th.
I'm
Scoop.
thinking about quitting vaping on the 28th of November.
Why?
The last stray show.
Oh.
Because I think I could not do it if I wasn't touring.
Andrew Huberman, who's a genius.
Have you been on that one yet?
No, shut up. He said that
These
this
are
is
good, the coffee ones.
Oh yeah. He said this is the best way to get nicotine.
100%, yeah. It's like not bad for you.
It's not. It's a nootropic. It's literally not. I mean, unless you have like a heart problem or something, but like it's literally not bad.
But
for you.
I have, what do they call it? Like object addiction or whatever. You know the phrase. Well, I need to hit my vape all the time.
Oral fixation.
You said it at the same time. Oral fixation, yeah. So I just need to hit the vape. When did you just look at my girlfriend and say oral fixation like that?
I just knew. I don't know. See, I have a weird thing with
In
these.
front of me.
From being like a redneck, I have a thing with these where I spit into a.
Do you have a spittoon at
No, I
home?
just spit into this. I just spit. Like I can't. You can swallow it. It won't hurt you. But I just that's the oral bit of it for me.
Really?
I spit the spit out.
I quit smoking so long ago, and then
I quit in 2018. Yeah.
yeah, something like maybe even more than that. I think I quit in like 2015.
The vaping
And
thing
then
is slippery. It's slippery.
I started on a tour because I was fucking bored and I didn't drink for a tour and I needed a vice, and I was like, I'm gonna buy a vape. Ever since then,
Tim from our band, the guitar player, he quit smoking when I did and is still vaping a Juul. It's bad. I don't know what's in that shit.
oh, no one does. They're doing the same thing that they did when smoking came out, being like, it's fine, and then in 30 years' time, we've all got lung cancer.
We're going to find out this is killing us too. Whatever. I don't know.
It's definitely not to the extent of I'm putting a battery from a bit of plastic made in China and some flavor into my lungs.
It's wild. Putting anything in your lungs is wild.
So I have to do a sinus rinse because I've got a fucked up nose. I have to do it every single day. And at night when I do it, it tastes like whatever I've been vaping all day. And all that is just living in my nose. It must be in the lungs, must be fucking everywhere.
I vaped when you could it was like a giant robot dick. You know, like the big
steampunk thing.
Yeah, that's when I did it. And you would take the amount of fucking,
Yeah.
It
It's
was
like a bong.
and it would be like banana cream pie, dream, fucking rainbow surprise. Like it was wild.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah, it's
It
sick.
was so sick.
Terrible for you. I still love it. But I
The
think
culture's changed now because you guys are vaping nicotine salt now, which is what this is.
okay, what's the difference? What were you?
It used to be, it was nicotine in glycol. It was different somehow. Like nicotine salt.
The glycol is the one that was causing like fucking
Propylene glycol.
Yeah, lung shit.
That's what made fucking clouds.
That's the one that you squeezed and
Remember?
Yeah.
Because your vape now is what's little.
yeah. I got pull this up. Geek Bar, give me a fucking endorsement. In fact, don't because it's terrible for me. There you go.
Those are disposable, right?
Yeah, banned in the UK because imagine a billion of these just sat there after they've been used. It's crazy.
It's
should
crazy.
be banned.
I saw.
So should all your food, but I'm still here and I'm still smoking a fucking Geek Bar.
He's an American, dude.
I'm getting a fucking McGriddle. That doesn't exist in the UK.
What's a the McDonald's?
Blew my fucking mind.
I've never had one.
It's like, what is it? What's the McGriddle?
pancake. I get a sausage, egg, and cheese one.
That's what you get?
In
Yeah,
a
they're
pancake
like
sandwich. Not often.
Not at all. I'm not a morning person. You have to be awake before like 10:30 to go get to McDonald's to get it, and I'm not.
No, she's not there. But sometimes
Are you a creature of the night?
Look at her.
You're like, you're gonna go to bed at 4 a.m. tonight?
That's been consistently.
Yeah, I fall asleep at about 2, and then I'll like, if I stir and wake up, she's still awake.
Let me scare you right now. I get up at 5:30.
Oh, because you've been on all these fucking podcasts.
No,
You got a kid.
My life is so busy that if I want to go to the gym and I want to sit on my ass for an hour and drink a cup of coffee, it's got to be then.
Yeah.
I love it.
See, I fucked myself with this, but in a nice way, because my whole life, same as you, I've got sleeping issues, right? Mm-hmm. I think I've realized I'm actually a night owl, and I could do with going to bed later and waking up slightly later. So at the moment, I go to bed at 2 and I wake up at 10, and I still get enough shit done in the day.
I start at the studio like the artist will be there tomorrow at 10:30.
See, that's what I used to do in the UK. I'd go to bed early and I'd wake up early, but sometimes I couldn't sleep.
Because we're here, I won't go to bed super early tonight because I'll have to have dinner still. But like, I usually go to bed I was asleep unconscious at 9:15 last night.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Kind of sick.
Because, well, what I love is when you wake up in the morning, this is really fifi woo-woo shit. When you wake up in the morning early, the day is new. It's barely light. Everyone's asleep. And it's you and your fucking thoughts.
Yeah, but there's this, you get that at 2 a.m. and it's cool and dark. Night mode, bro.
I just don't have any night mode stuff. Like, my schedule flips on tour, obviously. Like, we go to bed 2 or 3 in the morning and get up at 10 just because there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Early in the morning, most of the time the bus is still moving at 5 a.m.
Yep.
And being awake,
It's the worst.
being awake when the bus is moving, I'd rather walk to the show.
Yeah.
It's horrible because you have to shit and you have to you can't.
A lot of it is just putting off that morning shit, isn't it? If I go to bed later, I can wake up. By the time I wake up and need to shit, we're at the venue, I can shit.
I've worked this out too. I drink a good amount of water at home, and I've cut out alcohol except for like date nights. At home, I don't drink.
Nice.
I brought you a really nice bottle of bourbon as a welcome to America thing. It's in my truck. Don't let me forget it.
Oh, that's cute. Should be here, though.
It should be really nice. I drink water at home, like you should, a lot of water. But on tour, I consume so much water. Like I go through 5 or 6 bottles at the show, and that's not just for the aerobicness of it all. It's for singing.
Yeah.
I have that added piece. So in the morning, what you don't realize is when you flood your system with like 15 bottles of water in a day, you're going to shit your brains out the next day. It does. It's natural. So I flip the schedule.
You're not drinking the bus water, right?
No,
Because that'll do that too.
that'll kill you. So I flip the schedule, and it makes it to where you time that morning shit. But at home, you don't have all that stuff to worry about. So you can
shit when you want. You shit in the middle of the night if you want.
I have 2 bathrooms in my studio and 3 in my house. I'm good.
3 bathrooms in your house.
2.5.
Let me get this fucking neighborhood. You want to be neighbors?
Yeah, let's go.
I'm trying to buy a house.
Could you live 30 minutes away?
I'll just do whatever she wants, really.
Where do you want to live?
I would just ask her. You up for this?
I don't know Nashville enough to know what kind of area.
Do you know where
I'm
Franklin
in.
is? So I live just south of Franklin.
Okay.
Like 10 minutes south of Franklin.
That's also a really nice area.
It's beautiful.
You have this whole thing where you're like, I want to live in the middle of nowhere. But then, and I don't have that because I've done that before. But living in the middle of nowhere, I could have a drum room at home and I would save $840 a month that could just go into the mortgage.
That you don't pay anymore.
Yeah.
You can't be bothered. Yeah.
So there's a whole, and that's what I do like about Tennessee. Like East Nashville, where I am, is fucking expensive. Got lucky on this studio.
It's sick.
Drum room's got pretty lucky on the drum room. But like outside of East Nashville, there are pockets where it's like, I could probably afford a place where I could do the podcast and the
Whites
drums
Creek.
at home.
Whites Creek. Hendersonville.
I do know some people that live in Hendersonville.
The thing is about living here, I think the biggest thing is people thought for so long you could move here and do it cheap. It's gone.
It's fucking expensive.
It's fucking gone. Like we're nearing LA. Like,
Yeah, but
we're headed there.
Do you know what is sick though? Like and this is like a lesson to anyone that wants to do it. Like I've come here, and it is infinitely more expensive. Like I think
in the UK?
my outgoings.
Oh.
No, here is infinitely more expensive. I think, particularly, I lived in fucking Scotland. Like it is quite cheap to live in Scotland comparatively. I was in downtown Glasgow.
You owned a flat,
and I'm here. I think I'm spending maybe 3 times the amount.
Wow.
That I was spending there.
And you don't own here yet?
Not yet. I'm trying to. So I think I'm paying probably triple the amount, but the opportunities, and this is such a cringe, like Arnie moving to America thing.
It's true.
The opportunities that I've had since being here mean that I've made 3 times as much money.
Shoot you
so I'm
straight.
like break even.
I would rather live in Florida than here. I don't love here as a place.
I wouldn't like to buy a place in Florida and then a hurricane destroy it. I know we got tornadoes, but like
I spent $7,000 in March on a storm shelter.
For here.
It's bolted into the floor of my garage.
Oh, it's like a real fucking Wizard of Oz thing.
It's a steel tube. It's a 4 by 6 foot tall, 6.5 feet, 7 feet steel tube that my family gets in. Because, dude, you weren't here last year. There was one. I was down the street at the French restaurant. Once upon a time in France. You should go. It's great. My wife and I had just sat down, and everyone's phones started going off. Beep, 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 beep. And our nanny calls me crying. She had never seen that extreme of a warning. It said extreme threat to life and property.
Yeah.
Take cover. She's home with our 4-year-old daughter. And it took us an hour to get home because the rain was so bad. So after that, I started looking. Like you could hit it with a fucking train.
Yeah.
You will do that hurricanes are different because for a week, they're talking about it on television. For a week, they're like, oh, Hurricane Craig is coming and it's going to kill you. So build yourself a fort, whatever.
Yeah.
Get out.
Tornadoes are fucking immediate.
By the time
there was a few in April that was like scary shit.
By the time you know, it's too late. Now I just don't worry about it because I was worried for years. The last few years, I've been so worried. These tornadoes come and I'm fucked. I'm on the road. I'll never forget. We were on tour with Periphery. We had taken Periphery out and we were playing this place in Oklahoma. It's like an old country bar.
That's a fucking tornado.
Holds a couple thousand people. And there was a hurricane. There wasn't one there that night, coincidentally. There was one here.
Oh.
And my wife's calling me, crying at 3 o'clock in the morning in the bathroom with our daughter, crying. She had to wake her up. I'm not doing that shit. Now, if I'm on the road and it happens, I go get in the tube.
Into the tube.
Yep.
Tube.
The tube.
Into
man.
the tube.
Different tube.
YouTube.
Different tube.
YouTube. We're fucking an hour and a half in.
Are we?
We haven't talked about fucking anything.
Podcasts are so wild that way.
I love it.
It's my
but I
favorite
only
thing.
have like 45 minutes left on the fucking thing.
You got fucking questions for me, bro?
Not really, because we've covered almost all of them naturally, which is what I love.
You want to talk about
most.
drum heads and sticks, dude?
I don't at all. But you are the first drummer in ages. And
Am
luckily,
I?
I've got away with it. Like I'm trying to beat the drum podcast allegations because I've been struggling for years. But I think I've finally beat you. I think I'm like 6 in a row without a drummer. So
wow.
I'm
the least drummer you've ever had, probably.
Which is why it's a perfect fucking... Because I don't like... if it's someone like Matt Gasker, obviously, it's like if you're going to get any genius of whatever they do, you're going to talk at depth about what they do, which is why we talked about production, because you are a genius.
Yeah,
so like... But as well as that, you have the drum thing, so this is the perfect crossover episode.
Drums have over... If I've been passed over as a drummer.
What do you mean you've been passed over?
Look at the internet. Open your phone. The shit that people do, I mean, not literally, but people...
I'm going to.
The thing that people do with drums now is just, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, because you're too busy making money.
But
they don't make money from that.
But it's come so far. Like here's an example. This weekend in Nashville is the Nashville Drum Show.
I've been invited to like a billion things.
I have to play Saturday night.
Oh, really?
Yamaha at the Hutton Hotel, they do a thing called Night in the Pocket. And you pick 2 songs. They do every year. They pick like a decade. So like last year was the 80s, or this year it's the 90s. And I'm playing Bulls on Parade and Friends in Low Places.
That's cool. Maybe we'll go.
You should. But I look at the lineup, and I'm fucked.
Why?
It's like
Who's on it? Crazy people.
Anton Fig. Yes.
No, like
Crazy. And
that's some small bit of imposter syndrome there.
But so what I was going to say though is I've been so passed up on the drum set. You have surpassed anything I could ever hope on the drum set.
No, only because I post shit on the internet. You make a living from music. I make a living from this.
I would never.
There's a big difference.
Post a video. I posted a few videos last year on the drum set, or some this year for when our record came out in March.
Yeah.
And it's the most likes I've ever gotten. And it's just me playing like in the studio, like actually cutting. I posted it because it was me cutting our single. And
I remember the video.
people love that shit.
Of course they do.
But what I'm playing is like dipping my pinky nail into the water of
It doesn't
drums.
matter. You're making money and you're making music. Like, do you know the guy Estepario fucking El Cibarino? The guy that does the crazy shit, like one-handed.
He tried out for Slipknot and didn't get it or whatever. I remember him talking about that.
He was like trying to get the Foo Fighters thing. Like that
That's what it
guy, I don't know this. He's a lovely guy. Like we talk a little bit, but like he has millions and millions. And he made a video actually, so I do know this. He has millions of. He's the most subscribed to drummer on the internet.
Wow.
He doesn't make any money from it because the law that we just talked about, plus it's other people's songs. He is luckily now he's making money. You know, I think there's that Estrella sponsors him, the beer. So like he's making money other ways, but like it doesn't matter if you get a billion fucking likes or views. Like at some point you need to make money from it.
I'm not even talking about money. I'm more talking about like it's guitars too. It's singing. The craft has come so far because of the internet. Like the double bass. I don't play double bass, you know, but like double bass alone, I'm like, how?
Do you know what's I watched I've talked about it a million times in the podcast, so people will be annoyed, but I watched a YouTube video, funnily enough, about how evolutionary theorists are saying that YouTube has advanced evolution more than anything else in history, because you can look at the best person in the world at anything. And then, like, back in the day before YouTube or before the internet, you didn't know who was better than you, so you didn't know where the bar was. So you went as far as you went, and there was no like, okay, well, this is like, you know, I'm googling drummer. This is obviously the best drummer in the world. All I got to do is be better than him. That's it. That's all, or her. That's all I got to do is be better than that person. So everyone is like one-upping themselves. So the last 20 years. In anything like creative or even sporting or stuff like that, sports less because it was televised. But like creative stuff, people are just getting better at such an alarming rate, because not only can you see whoever is the best in your field and attempt to surpass them, but they'll tell you how they got that good, and you can go and do that plus more.
It is so true. Like when I was coming up playing drums, it was like Nirvana and people I watched in church, and you'd hear records, and the people on the records, like Dave Weckl was the first person that I heard. He had an album called Heads Up, and he was the first person that I saw play drums or heard play drums. I was like, how is he doing that?
Bro, Dave Weckl was my introduction to like, what the fuck is drums?
Fuckery.
Like, yeah, literally
Fuckery.
that. Well, I can't. It wasn't that record. It was a different one.
But it's interesting. Like, I've just kind of given up is the wrong thing, but I've decided as a drummer that I play drums for music, as opposed to like I'm not trying to do any acrobatics, because number one, I don't know how, I'm not good enough, but number two, it doesn't interest me, and I think it doesn't interest me because I know that I'm not going to go on YouTube and find the best guy and try to be better. It doesn't interest me. Like, I can't listen to that. Like, you watch things like that, you hear those guys going with their feet or whatever.
You just mentioned Guillotine. Guillotine, I made Guillotine because I was like, I'm going to write the hardest drum part.
It's kind of musical, though, dog. I hate to break it to you.
Didn't intend it. I intended it to be an impossible to play
in
drum
my
part.
opinion, you're still pretty musical.
Thanks, bro.
When you listen to like a lot of the metal out and stuff now, in the guitar players too, the guitars that have no headstock, and they're like, I mean, that to me is like, it's almost surpassed music even to where it is music, but it's like, it's ones and zeros in a way.
Nearly scratching at this point.
It's ones and zeros in a way. So as far as the first drummer on your podcast and 6 guests, I'm sorry, I don't.
No, I love it. That was a long-winded way to say I don't want to talk about drumsticks.
There was a time.
Speaking of drumsticks, though.
Are those Lars?
By the man himself. by the man himself.
That's so cool.
How sick is that? And I got a little stand for it, but it broke.
You know I like Lars, right?
I love Lars.
Everyone hates him. I think he's genius.
Yeah, he's the best. He's the fucking best. That's why someone made me this. I broke it. But these sticks, so that's not obviously, he didn't sign that, but these sticks, do you know Ben Thatcher from Royal Blood?
Yeah.
So I made a t-shirt. After we made a t-shirt, maybe we should bring that t-shirt back for this episode. We made good money.
We sold a bunch of them.
So we did that NASCAR t-shirt. And then after that, I did a Lars one that was like a wrestling shirt. But
Oh, I
that's
saw it.
That's the thing, right?
Oh, you dropped it.
So, no, it was in the move. So if anyone, if the guy that made me this can remake it, that'd be great. Or just tell me how to fix it.
But again,
Sure,
back
great.
to the drum thing with Lars. He's arguably bad, but he's great because it's him.
Well, here's the thing. I just think he doesn't practice and he's 60 years old. So, like, he's not bad.
He's gotten worse.
Yeah, but I think it's the combination of, I don't think he practices. And I think he has this fuck you mentality of, well, I fucking made it, so you get what you get.
Maybe.
And I love that. I'm
Yeah.
just like fucking
Do you have any
sick.
sticks in your studio? I mean,
Bro, it's like, so Ben wore the t-shirt to a show that Royal Blood were playing with Metallica. Lars sees him in the t-shirt and is like, what the fuck is that t-shirt? They have a chat. Lars goes and gets him those sticks to give to me, which is the sickest thing on fucking earth. But then Lars's wife hit Ben up to ask for 5 of the t-shirt in varying sizes, which I assume is for their family.
Oh, yeah.
So I sent them all the shirts. So somewhere on earth, there must exist a photo of family Ulrich in the Downbeat shirt.
dude, it's funny. The drum thing is funny. There was a time where I had signature kits and cymbal boxes.
Down the street.
And now that would never happen for me as a drummer because I don't do acrobatics.
Was there beef when you left Meinl?
It wasn't great. There was no beef.
I've got Meinl beef now. You know I do because
know.
I'm out.
I wanted to be out because I'll tell you why.
Oh my God, you tell me why, and then I'm going to tell you for the first time ever because I haven't told anyone.
I've never told anyone.
Let's go.
Music was changing. And I'm basically like Ronnie Vannucci that plays in a heavy band. That's my style.
Is that the guy from The Killers?
Yes. If you watch him play and watch, it's
Yeah, great
it's
drummer. Big kick drum. It's you.
It's me. Like that's my style though. Big
Yeah.
washy cymbals. I play 17-inch hi-hats.
Insane.
I like that
Oh,
shit.
we've gone there now. We said we weren't going to go
I
there.
know
but
we
carry
did.
on.
But I like that shit. And Meinl at the time, they were going towards the Zilbel type things and stacks and fucking. I've never used a China. Like I'm not
Crazy.
that. I'm not that person.
China.
China.
Sorry.
China. How do you say it?
I mean, I just say China. But
China.
But in my head, all I hear when I hear the word China is Trump.
Yeah. So, anyways, I was myself, and they started to really promote all the I don't know what to call it, nerdy drummers, like fucking Zilbels and stuff.
Which is what got me into them.
Yeah, and that's just not my world. And I felt really out of place. I was like, why don't I just go get a bunch of Constantinoples? That's what I like anyway.
And then that was it. My one, which I don't think I've told you, and I certainly haven't told these people, but we had a gentleman's agreement that if they didn't do something, then I wouldn't tell everyone why I left. And it was like a little handshake thing where I was like, they were like, are you going to tell people about this? And I was like, do me a favor, don't do this, and then I won't tell everyone. And they did it anyway. So I'll tell you the whole story. I used to do drum reaction videos.
Yep.
At this point in time, I have a signature Meinl ride coming out. It's finished. We have one conversation left, which was that I wanted the Downbeat logo, which is a pentagram, to be under the cymbal so more people could buy it in stores. Because some people aren't going to pick that up. The Joey Jordison snare is an amazing snare, but there's some people that aren't going to pick it up because of the Slipknot logo. So I was like, I just want to put that on the bottom, so it's like a little thing. That was the last piece of the puzzle to be done. Side note, it wasn't that I wasn't happy with the cymbal. It was, I wanted more from a crashable ride. Fuck me, we really are there now.
Yeah, we are.
We'll be great, guys. Madison, we'll be
You'll
great.
love
Don't worry.
it.
There's juice, don't worry. I was like, I'm I'm not really getting the definition I want from the bell as well as it being crashable. And their answer was just, it can't be done. That's why it doesn't exist. Like a big bell ride that you can crash.
Bang. Yeah.
It's impossible to make because of the fucking physics of the whole thing. So I was just like, okay, that's fine. And so like we got to a stage where it's like, this is the best ride out there that does this. So, okay, let's do it. We got one last meeting, which I thought was going to be about the thing.
The pentagram, yeah.
They phoned me like, can you have a meeting tomorrow? I assume this meeting, Zoom meeting, me, the guy from Germany, the guy from the UK, who I really like, a guy called Joe. I thought it was going to be about that. I get on the call and it's like a fucking interrogation. And they're like, yeah, we just want to address some stuff that you said on your YouTube.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Like, because I do a thing, like, if someone comes in and dogs on my drumming when I'm doing a drum stream, I'll be insane. Like, I'll Google their handle, find their Facebook, look at pictures of their kids on Twitch live, and
like
be like,
king.
look how fucking ugly your son is. Are you married to your sister? Like, what the fuck's going like? So, I was like expecting like I was gonna have to apologize.
You're getting Ronnie Radke on
I was like, I'm gonna really have to apologize. So I was like, fuck, what are they gonna say? What have I said? And I was ready to just fucking, apologize profusely and be like, I won't do that. They go, yes, in this video titled as so professional. Bear in mind that I've had dinner and got drunk with these people before, and they're being like, I don't want to say it, but Gestapo about it. They were like, in this video titled Nap Voucher, which is my sleep token reaction video, you said, and
Nap Voucher.
Thank you. You said, to hear a German guy really seriously say that as well, very funny.
Holy shit.
Said, and I quote, I feel like Meinl and Istanbul are kind of the same thing anyway. What did you mean by this? And I was like, are you fucking joking? And they were like, no, this is a very serious allegation. Like, what do you mean by this? And I was like, let me go watch the video back. I watched the video back. It's really like, I'm watching the guy ripping on the drums. I'm like, man, those cymbals sound good. What are they? They look like Meinl's because it's fucking Istanbul, which look like Meinl. And I was like, are they Meinl's? Someone in the chat says, oh, they're Istanbul. And I just go, under my breath, flippant comment, just go,
the same thing.
I feel like Meinl and Istanbul are kind of the same thing, anyway. And then they're like, what did you mean by this? And I'm like, I mean, Meinl is the last company that makes cymbals in Turkey out of the big three.
Yeah.
Istanbul is the capital of Turkey. Their cymbals are also made in Turkey. Therefore, they're quite similar in sound because they're Turkish handmade cymbals. And they were like, yes, but this is a very serious allegation. And I was like, at this point, I'm a fucking hot-blooded, argumentative person. I was like, are we fucking done here? Like, what the fuck is this? And then they were like, yes, you also said some other stuff about like, they stole the clap stack from Istanbul as well. I'm not like gassing up Istanbul. And Zildjian obviously stole it as well. And they were like, yes, you also said some stuff about the clap stack. And I was like, are you telling me that I can't, number one, compare your cymbals to another brand even flippantly on the internet? Number two, like, I can't express when I'm disappointed in your company for stealing another company's ideas. Like, I didn't even fucking say anything that bad about a clap stack. And they were like, oh, there's a difference between talking about other cymbals and comparing us to competitors. And I was like, at this point, I was like, are we fucking done here? Are we going to talk about my cymbal, or is this what this meeting's about? And they were like, this is what this meeting's about. And I was like, okay, bye. Hung up in a fucking bad mood because I'm like, in my head, I'm like, the amount of cymbals I've sold these motherfuckers from those videos. I'm the only person in COVID, the only person on their roster streaming on the front page of Twitch to 400,000 people who were in the stream one day, playing their cymbals. What cymbal's that? It's this. It's fucking sick. Like, I'm gassing them up constantly. They've never paid me. They've just given me free cymbals when I need free cymbals, which incidentally, when I'm in America, was a nightmare. They were like, oh, I would give them a Byzance and they'd be like, I'd be like, I cracked this Byzance, and they'd be like, here's a fucking $80 cymbal instead. I'd be like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do with that? So I'm super pissed off about that. Phone Eric from Zildjian, also works with Thick Firth. And I was, because he's a friend, and I was like, look, as a friend, not as a rep at another company, this is what's happened. I'm very, very annoyed. Madison will tell you, quite often, I need someone else's opinion on something before I actually unleash hell.
Yeah.
Because I'm quite hot-headed. I was like, am I being psycho here? Or is that incredibly, like, rude to even do this, to bring this up? And he was like, man, that's fucking crazy. And I was like, fuck. And then he just goes, doors always open at Zildjian. And then, like, I left that call, and I sat on it, and I was like, these motherfuckers, I must have sold them fucking maybe millions of dollars of cymbals, because I know now from my fucking cymbal how many fucking cymbals I sell. But, like, I must have been
you got a SIG.
They've never once given me money, and then they're fucking calling this meeting. So I got really fucking annoyed about it, and I was like, no, I'm going to fucking leave. And that was it. And then when I said I was going to leave, we had another meeting with Alex Meinl, who is like,
whoa,
yeah. And
Mr. M.
you know what? He's a fucking legend as well. Like, it's not to do with him. It's if they'd have told him or my UK rep or something to just hit me up on the side and be like, "Oi, don't gas Istanbul up," and I'll be like, "Okay, my bad." Would have never happened again. Get on a call with him, and he was like, "What can we do to make you stay?" And I was like, "I'm fucking done. Like, this pissed me off so fucking much." And then they asked me like, well, "What can we do so this never happens again?" And then I gave them a load of advice when I left, and I was like, "This guy that does this job here, you need to give him more." It was actually Joe who was in the UK. I was like, "You need to give this guy more jobs with artist relations than the person that fucking phoned me and had the worst artist relations I've ever fucking dealt with in my life.
Yipes.
You need to give this guy more, blah, 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 all this stuff." And they were like, "Are you going to tell people about this?" And I was like, "Here's the deal, we'll cut. I will not tell anyone why I left if you don't sell the cymbal that we spent 2 years making together."
Do they sell it?
Thomas Lang's signature cymbal.
The same one?
They stuck a little bit of weight on it. It's the same fucking cymbal. It's the same cymbal.
Shit.
Everyone I spoke to on the side was just like, yeah, Thomas Lang would never put his name on something that he didn't fucking do. And it's like, no, they just stuck 200 grams on it. It's the same cymbal. It's the same fucking cymbal.
That's wild.
But then to the US reps credit, which I think might...
Chris?
Yeah, which
He's great.
might... Yeah, such a nice guy.
Yeah.
Which might have been him trying to be like, this is after the Thomas Lang ones come out, him to maybe just be like, hey, you know, I'm going to be nice to you. Please don't tell people about this whole fucking thing. But when the tornadoes hit the other day, he sent me a really lovely email and was just like, hey, I know you're new here. Like, this is what you should do if a tornado hits. He was really nice. Nicest fucking guy.
He was my guy. Yeah.
No problem with him. I had a problem trying to get cymbals from him because they didn't give him enough allocation.
Yeah.
So that was a whole thing, but fucking lovely guy.
But now you have a fucking Zildjian.
Now I got a Zilly. And guess what? What happened was I went to Zildjian and I was like, can you make this cymbal? Because, you know, I need it. And like they sent me 3 prototypes and the third one, and we made 21 in the end, but the third one they made is the one that's out now. Because it was just like, I assumed it couldn't be done. And then they sent 3 and I was like, that's the best cymbal on earth. So I was like, fuck yeah.
What a crazy thing. Dude, the drum world, people don't realize is so small. It is. And people watch stuff, you know, and they know. Like, it's so wild. Like, I can't be bothered with that shit. I can't imagine. Like,
it pissed me the fuck off.
What a weird thing. Incymbal cymbals rip. And I'm a Zildjian guy.
I was so pissed off.
They are great cymbals. That's all you were saying. You were kind of, I'm your friend, so I'm going to stick up for you, obviously. But in all fairness, playing devil's advocate, hearing the last 10 minutes of you talk, you weren't really gassing up Incymbal.
No, it was, I compared the two.
Yeah.
Now, there are rumors about why they got so annoyed that I compared the two. But that's for another day.
Oh, shit.
I'll give you that one, you motherfuckers.
It's interesting though, because like I don't have any problems with any of that. Like saying like I like some cymbals, but I'm a Zildjian guy. I prefer Zildjian.
Guess what? I like some Reynolds cymbals. I wouldn't have played them for a billion fucking years if I didn't.
Yeah. I played them for years. I was on the boxes.
The number one thing that I realized though, moving to Zildjian, was the amount I crack decreased by like fucking at least a third, maybe a quarter.
Brother, I would say I'm at half.
Yeah.
I
It's
use
nuts.
a 24K light ride as my main.
We really went there.
We did.
And it's going to have to end on this as
I
well.
know.
Not right now. You can do it.
But I don't break that many of them. And I break more shit than anybody. I'm cursed behind the drum set.
The issue, you could get a signature cymbal.
Yeah, I don't even know how to
don't
do that. How do you do that?
You don't need one. I'll tell you how you do it. You say, hey, I'm one of the biggest artists for this cymbal company. I want to come to your cymbal company. And they go, okay, please come on. I go, you have to give me a signature cymbal.
Yeah.
And then they go, I wonder if I can say it. I'm going to say it anyway. And they go, you realize you can't just join and get a signature cymbal straight away because there's about 5 people with a signature Zildjian cymbal. So that everyone will be really annoyed. And I was like, okay, what do we do then? And they were like, join and we'll gas you up for 2 years. And then we'll launch the cymbal.
Yeah. Done and dusted. Look at you.
I sell so many fucking cymbals. It's crazy.
You do.
It's nuts.
I need one. I want to hear it.
I've got like fucking 8 in the practice room.
I need to get one.
You can have one. I'm on like a small percentage. It's like a very small, but it's like their standard thing. But like based on what I get paid, which is not like life-changing money, but it's like I definitely need it. It's fucking great. I can see how much they make from me. And I'm like, it makes me even more sure of my decision. Like, you're going to fucking disrespect me on a Zoom call when I bring in this much fucking
That's wild.
money?
Dude. That's
Crazy.
wild.
But that circles back to what I'm saying about content creators and stuff. Like, at some point in your career as a musician, you realize your worth. You spend like 10 years being like, I want to be good enough. And at some point, there's a tipping point where it's like, oh, actually, you guys owe me shit. I'm doing bits for you.
Something happens, I think, in music in general where you look around and you go, I'm making this stuff and everyone's making more money than me. Do you know what I mean? Like in creation in general, music, content creator, whatever you're doing, everyone else is getting rich off what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that's a hard place to be. And when you come to that realization, I'll never forget when that happened to us in 2009 where we were like, wait a minute, like everybody's making more money than us. And we restructure our whole business. Like the way we pay people, and it's fair, but everyone gets paid like they should in our business, which is hard. It's hard too, because in the music business, especially in the visual audible art business, the pay is strange.
Yeah.
Like managers make a ton of money. Like person X makes a ton of money, person Y makes a ton of money. And like what you're saying is interesting because what I hear in this whole last 20 minutes is you had the balls to stand up and say, no, I'm going to do it this way. And you're going to pay me what I'm worth. Yeah. I'm going to go get, or non-monetarily, I'm going to go get what I'm worth.
Yeah.
And you did. And now you have a signature symbol that sells a bunch of cymbals.
Always know your worth, guys. But don't know your worth before you know it. That took me fucking 20 years of playing the drums to be like, wait a second. And do you know what? It was actually only the Twitch thing that I really realized how much money I was worth for drum companies. Because I was on, again, like I said,
you crushed it at that.
400,000 people were watching one stream that was on the front page of Twitch and all this stuff. And at that point, actually, I was playing a Tama kit.
You were Tama then?
They don't. I'm still Tama, but I was playing a kit they don't make anymore. And I was like, I asked for a new kit from a rep that I was dealing with, and they were like, "Oh yeah, well, maybe we'll sort it out." And then that was like dragging on, and I was like, "I'll be honest with you, DW hit me up and was like, you want to come to DW?" And I was like, "I need 2 kits for free," and they went, "Yep," and I went, "I need to speak to the highest up guy at Tama who I've never spoke to in my life to at least say, hey man, like this has been fun. I'm gonna move." And it wasn't the drums, like DW make incredible drums, fucking Tama make incredible drums.
Yeah, of course.
And then I get on this call with him, and I'm like, he's like, "Hey man, nice to meet you. What you been doing?" And then I start telling him what I've been doing, ready to like ramp up to me saying like, "Unfortunately, I'm gonna leave because so and so." And he was like, "Oh man, you're killing it. Like, what do you want? You want a new kit?" And I was like, "Well, actually, yeah, I do want a new kit. 'Cause Tama's my number one." So I didn't do the call. I was speaking to a rep that I assume had, he had the authority to give me a new kit from the top, and he didn't have it. So now I'm speaking to the guy who does have the authority. He's like, "You want a new kit?" And I was like, "Oh, actually, yeah." And he was like, "What do you want?" And at that point, he was like, "You can have anything you want for free," which is the first time it ever happened. We made a business decision to give, because I'm on stream so much, give me one of the cheaper ones. Just give me a Star Classic, so it's good, but cheaper. It's not a Star. And then, end up I sold a fucking ton of those. And then without even me asking now, it's like, I got the call like last year, and I'm like, you want a new kit? And I was like, yes. And they were like, I was like, what can I have? And they were like, you can have anything. So this time I got a Star Maple 24, 22, 12, 13,
Every
14, 16, 18.
It's called the library.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
I got
crazy.
it. It's all here. You want to borrow something? I got my bell brass here. I got all that shit.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy that when you do know your worth at the right time, especially in that world, like it matters. You know what I mean?
It takes a while though.
I just switched to Yamaha early last year.
I was going to say, yeah, you were Gretsch.
I switched to Yamaha a little over a year ago, and they've been
Because you're a Yamaha guy.
kinda.
You're so Yamaha.
Yeah.
This is so drummy
I
now. We
hate
fucking
it.
did it. Madison's fucking
Delete
smiling
it.
away, bored.
Madison's asleep.
What's your Yamaha kit though? I got a soft spot for Yamaha. This is the thing though. Everyone makes good shit.
They do, but Yamaha for me growing up, it was in the magazines, man. It was
Weckl, it's that Weckl
It was
again.
Weckl. It was Gad. It was those guys. I'm just a plain black
Piano black.
piano black.
Recording custom.
I have two of them, and they're exactly the same.
Both recording customs.
They're exactly the same. 24, 13, 16, 18.
That's hot.
And they were so wonderful. I wanted
Porthole in the middle of the kick
You
like
bet.
this.
I told them I wanted 24 by 14.
That's what I got.
And I don't know if that's something they really do a lot. So they made those drums for me in Japan.
Hey, 24 by 14 is the best kick drum size on earth.
Fact.
The reason I have a 22 as well as the 24, and this is how cool my Tama rep is, because I played the 22 forever, but I did used to have a 24 by 14 old vintage kit back in the day, and I remember I just loved it. So this new kit, I was like, I want a 24 by 14. And he was like, man, you're going to hate it. And I was like, trust me, I'm not going to hate it. And he was like, I'm going to make you a 22 as well, just in case you hate it.
I have a
And I was
22
like,
as well.
That's so fucking sick.
I have one too.
Never gets played. The 24 is...
Mine's in a box.
People don't mind was in a box until recently that I recorded something with it that will come out later on.
Fuck yeah.
People don't realize this is so nerdy. We did it. We fucking did it, bro.
I didn't mean to.
No,
I'm
it's
sorry.
fine. It's good. We'll have people that dropped off the Patreon. I've had people on the exit serving it, so he doesn't talk about drums enough anymore. So
They're gonna come
fuck
back.
you. Welcome back.
£1
People
per
don't
month.
realize if you filled up let's use water instead of air here. If you filled up a 24 by 14 kick drum with water. If you filled it up with water, say water.
Water.
No, just do yours.
Water.
Water.
Water. Anyway, if you filled up a 24 by 14 with water, and then you filled up a 22 by 16 with water, it's the same amount of water.
It is,
Everyone's
yeah.
like, oh, I can't play it. It's too much air to move around. It's like, no, it's the same amount of air.
Well, technically, the way that I see it, and this is real drum nerdy, is when I play a shallower kick drum, so those 2 inches, the air gets to the front quicker.
Yeah, they're so responsive.
It's so responsive in that way. Like, I remember back in the day when I was playing like custom drums, like Truth and all that.
You were like the Truth poster boy.
Yeah, I would always get these like 20-inch long kick drums, and I was thinking they would sound like boom. And they're clickier
Yeah,
because
because you're not activating that other one.
you're not getting the resonant head.
You were like this we're still fucking nerding out. You're not even going to get to Two Truths and a Lie. It's not even going to fucking happen.
Damn it.
You have to come back.
I'm down the street, brother.
Local boy. We played with Meshuggah last year, and fucking bucket list for me.
Unreal.
But
Unreal.
they had 4 kick drums, and he was playing 220s, 220 by 16s, and then he had 24 by 14s in front of it, connected together, and they had
Like the woofer thing?
yeah, but Ronnie, our sound guy, spoke to their sound guy. It was, so if this is, no, it's not, fuck, I can't do it. If this is kick drum 1 and this is kick drum 2, this is the big one, this is the 24 and this is the 20. This was mic'd here. Just pointed
On the
at-
batter side.
on the batter side, but it's not being battered. So then what's happening is the air is going from here into this, and apparently he was getting the click from there because it has a completely different sonic range than a normal kick drum.
That's so nerdy.
So like when you see Meshuggah and you listen to their kick live, it does not sound like any kick drum I can think of, because it's not like this is real nerdy. It's not like a 5K or even like a 7K click. It's like a fucking 2.5.
He's got his own. He's made a frequency.
Yeah.
That's mental, dude.
Fucking nerd
I always
shit.
wanted one of those woofers. Like I forget who had them. Somebody had them, and I got Truth to make one. It was horrible. It sounded like shit. It sounded great unmiked, but we could just never figure it out, like how to.
Do Yamaha still make a sub kick? You know the.
The microphone.
Have you got one?
I don't.
You should get one.
I should
Send you one.
Yeah, he will. Greg will. They're
Sick.
great. He gets in tomorrow into town.
Anyway, you've got an album out. We haven't talked about it once.
Place after this one came out in March.
Does that mean heaven?
You know, I think
deliberately didn't try to go down the God thing because you've done it a million times.
Yeah, I think that no, it doesn't mean heaven. It could mean heaven, but to me, it's more vague in the sense of like everything we do as people is like next. It's what's next. Like that's our biggest thing as people. In the future, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go there. I'm going to marry this person. I'm going to make this much money.
Yeah.
We never ever. It's kind of an opposite. The title, like we never live in the now ever. I don't. You don't. Nobody does. We're always, what's next? What's the place after this one? Like where are we going to be? Mm-hmm. You know. So it was a bit of a study in like. This is all we have. You know, is these 10 songs, these 11 songs. This is where we are. This is our stamp in this place. You know, because for a band like us, it's really difficult to put out new music. It is. We could make That's the Spirit Part 2 tomorrow.
Yeah.
People wouldn't like it.
No, it's the moment that it was released.
It's the moment it was released. And I think that for this album, it's where we are. And what's next isn't really, you can't really live that way. You know what I mean? If you live that way, you're going to miss everything. And it's so cliche. It is. It's just cliche to say that. But like,
it's a cooler way to say it than like Underoath's new album, Live in the Moment.
Yeah, and it doesn't really directly mean that. There's stuff on there. There's a song called Lost that's literally about all you got left is lost. Because I think what we've really realized as people is we've had so much success. We've been so blessed and lucky in that way, and we've had so many wins as a band. You know, we've sold millions of albums. It's amazing. But at the end of the day, the thing that connects us the most is loss. And the only thing you can do in loss is live in that space. You can't go backwards. You can't go forwards.
What do you mean lost? Like people? Or?
People. There's a song about losing people. There's a song, it's called Survivor's Guilt, about kind of being, it's that guilt that you made it through the storm and the other person fell over the edge, whatever. The things that tie us the most together is the pain we've experienced together. You know, Tim's dad dying. You know, I went through a tumultuous divorce 10 years ago. Those are the things that tie us together.
Same.
Yeah.
5 years ago.
I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've chatted about it a bunch. Those are the things that really tie us together as people, as Underoath.
That's what tied us together.
It did.
What's up, bro? You divorced? Me too. Let's talk about it.
Let's go. Like those things are really, you know, and the place after this one is whatever you want it to be, but what really matters is what you got, you know, what's in your pocket. You know what I mean?
And that's a perfect clip, Simon, so I can pretend we talked about the album. Do you like talking about the album? Do you like doing press? I fucking hate it.
I have a chip on my shoulder about Underoath, I think, in a negative way. Like, I feel like people don't care that we still make music. And I think that if you clip that, people will come out of the woods and say, we do. But it's, I hate this term. We're kind of a legacy band. And it's...
I mean, you are, but it's
gross.
Because of your legacy.
I know, but
Which isn't a bad thing.
What I was going to say is I complain about that, but it's really a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
You know, so when it comes to chatting about new music, inevitably, people compare it to Define the Great Line and They're Only Chasing
Yeah,
Safety.
you fucked up by having two, like, huge albums.
But here's the thing is you can't make those records again. And we would never try.
Yeah.
Because if we gave the people what they wanted, which is Define the Great Line Part 2, what would they do? Oh, it's manufactured. It's bullshit. Cash grab.
Yeah, it sounds like they just did the same thing
Yeah,
again.
cash grab.
But you do something new and they're like, it's too different.
So it's just difficult. When you talk about new music as a quotation fingers legacy band, it's just I'm so excited about the place after this one. And I think it's our best work to date. Like, I think the lyrics, the compositions of the songs, we're all better writers.
I mean, you're not getting smaller, so...
No,
You're
but
definitely doing something right.
But people don't want... I don't believe that people want new music from Underoath.
They wouldn't come to the This is a fucking neuroses on your end.
It
because
is.
They wouldn't still be coming to the shows.
Listen,
If you were getting smaller, I'd agree.
I'm
with you.
aware it's neurosis, but you asked me if I like to talk about it. And
No, I know.
That's sort of where I'm at. Is like I just don't. It does. I love what we do and I love what we make, and we are healthier than we've ever been as a band. It was always such tumultuous times making music,
Yeah.
and it's still got its underpinnings of like, what's this going to be? But we had a great time making the record. We rented a cabin up in the woods in Georgia and just did it all there. It was fucking sick. Had a movie theater in it and a hot tub. It was so sick. And it was out in the middle of fucking nowhere. It was awesome.
That's fucking awesome.
But people just want to hear To Find the Great Line in my head, and they're only chasing safety. So talking about it, I know people are going to call back to that, and it's hard.
Yeah.
And imagine if you were in a real big band like Metallica. I mean, how many times did they hear Ride the Lightning in the Black Album or whatever? I mean, can you imagine?
But people are still turning up.
They are.
My good example of that is when I try and like think about those things is Slipknot. There are kids, present company included, who like put Slipknot on earlier today. Guess what songs you put on? Like if you're putting Slipknot on, you're putting fucking Wait and Bleed or Spit It Out, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're putting one of those on. Fucking pops on like Custer. It's like a, great song, but it's like 4 years old or whatever. And you got to remember that there's a revolving door of the amount of people that, they're not making this music anymore, so I'm not going to listen to them. The new album gets the new fans, and that's their new favorite.
I understand that's how it works, but like when I was growing up, I would always listen to bands' newest stuff first because I'm like, well, this must be what they want us to hear. They put their best leg forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But the reality is as you grow older and you make more and more music, it all is through this weird prism of like, we've had this success or we've had this failure, whatever the prism is, you make it through that prism, even if you don't know you're doing it. And there's a reason why when you sit down with someone at this table probably, and you talk about bands' albums, people always in any walk of life go, I love their first album the most. Why? Right. And here's why. Because there was no pretense. You know what I mean? When we made Chasing Safety, we just did it. There was no prism.
But then there's also an element of people trying to seem like they've liked the band for ages. Probably you can cut 10% of those people into just being like, I want to seem like I liked the band back then.
That's true.
And also, Spotify's fucked it because you sold 100,000 copies of, how many golds you got? Is that 100,000 of gold?
500,000.
Oh, is it? You got gold yet?
2.
Fuck yeah, flex. Anyway, but you sold that many, so there's people that then switched to digital. That many people are still listening to that record on Spotify. So if someone goes to Spotify to check out Underoath, that record is at the top, not your new one.
It's true.
That's a bummer.
It's a bummer.
They're doing a misservice. Like I think it's maybe 6 months after the record comes out. The top thing is at latest release,
like Canvas or
and
whatever.
then it does flip back down to whatever.
Well, if you look at
most
Apple
listened
Music
to.
right now, like Boy Brush Red is our most listened to song, so it's at the top. We have a new album out, in March. And that's where the algorithm has failed us. Yeah. When you used to go to the record store and you wanted to go buy Color in the Shape by Foo Fighters, that was all that there was. You couldn't find the first record with a ray gun on it. You couldn't get it.
I was talking about that record yesterday.
But you couldn't find that fucking thing.
Yeah.
Like I remember going to get Color in the Shape and I was like, I'll buy both.
Yeah, that's what it
you couldn't get
like.
it.
Yeah.
You couldn't get it. And that's why you always assumed that an artist's best work was whatever you could get.
I mean, and actually, philosophically speaking, an artist to themselves, unless they are fucking insincere, an artist's latest work is their best work. Because otherwise, why would we fucking do it?
Unless
I
it's
would
insincerity.
never finish tracking an album being like, well, that sucks. Let's put it out.
Yeah,
like
that's not as good as the last time.
We always are trying to make our best work. And admittedly, our situations and who we are as people change, and that may not put out what is your perception of our best work, but rest assured it's these people in this band's best work.
If every person that's a fan of either of our bands could hear that, could hear that and really receive it, I think we'd be, and everyone agreed, we'd be rowing a different boat. I think if you could say, this is the best we have to offer you, and we gave you this because we love it. Like we believe in it. Like cellularly, we believe in this piece of music that, we worked for weeks on this 45 minutes for you.
But that's also, to bring it back around to why I started this Do You Like Doing Press thing. The Downbeat was made out of an antithesis of how much I hate doing press, but also how much more connected to a band I used to feel pre-podcast when they'd have like a DVD, like
Sure.
the ETID DVDs, prime example. Like I'd watch those and I'd be like, I don't even give a fuck what this band sounds like. That Greg shitting on the thing in Dillinger, I was like, that's my favorite fucking band. So I think like long form conversations like this where we necessarily, like, we did touch on your music, but like this, I hate to use the phrase, or the term, but this sells people on you so that they are more in tune with who you are to then go check out your new stuff.
The long form thing gives you an idea of someone's ethos.
Yeah.
What they're about. Like, and you watch this or you listen to this when you're on the treadmill and you hear the heart of a person.
Yeah.
And that makes you want to listen to it. And we used to call it GBBB. So like good.
I was explaining this.
Yeah,
I explain it again because I explained it to Madison. GGBB.
You get a band gets, you go on tour with a band and your agent pitches them to you or whatever, or they're big at the time, so that you get sent them and you don't like the music. And you're like, well, I hope they're cool. And they come on tour and they're the best people and you learn about them as humans and then you love the band.
Yeah, it's a crazy thing.
Bayside. I hated Bayside musically. I didn't like it.
They're the best guys.
Oh my God. And then we toured with them in like 2007 on Warped Tour. And I love Bayside.
Yeah,
like
it's
now,
crazy. Yeah.
When they put out a record, I'm like, that's
my
slaps.
podcast is, and it's not even to say they're bad bands. It's just you're not into. I'm not into that, and then you get to know the person, and it just changes your fucking opinion. And I think that's what I do here. And fuck you, anyone that says like, oh, you don't talk about the album enough or whatever. It's like, no, what I'm doing is underneath the surface. You're learning the person, so you're going to like the album, even if we haven't fucking spoke about it, because he's a fucking legend.
Or the upturn is like, you sometimes meet people and you love the music, and the person is a cock.
That's the worst.
And that hurts. There's another, and that's like, oof.
Or they go,
that's happening now too.
Yeah,
or they
Simon, you're going to have to fucking bleep that out.
The ego can kill it for me too. Like a certain brand of ego. Like Liam's ego I like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's ridiculous, but I like it. But there's certain types of ego you can't overcome it.
Ever have people say that about you?
All the time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
People told me before we toured together.
Really?
Yeah.
Who told you?
I don't want to ruin your fucking... I can't remember who it was, but someone was like, oh, that guy's a dick. And I was like, it was just like a random thing. I'm sorry that I can't remember who it was.
That
throw him under the bus. And it's not someone you know either.
Sure,
so it's
just
not like,
in passing.
It's not, yeah. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, I don't know anything about him. Like, love his drumming or whatever. And I met you on day one, and I was like, who the fuck was that guy talking about? Because it's not this guy.
Because you never know.
I get it all the time.
You never know. You could see, and you're a lovely guy.
People think I'm a dickhead.
You see a person at the wrong time. Like
that's another thing I worry. And if we bump into someone outside a show after we've met them, my first thing I do when I speak to Madison was like, was I okay? Was I like, was I nice?
And you're right to do so.
Because I'm terrified.
You're right to do so. I mean, if I go on Reddit, I could get in trouble. Like I would go crazy by reading people's reactions to a time they've met me and I was doing X or Y or who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I've gotten phone calls on tour that they told my wife that our daughter had Down syndrome. She doesn't. But I've gotten those phone calls on tour. Like stuff happens. Like she got a test done when she was pregnant and they told us that our daughter had Down syndrome. She doesn't. But they told us that through the test. And so whoever met me that day.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying people were making up a rumor.
No. I'm saying like you never know what you're going to get from a person. That's why you ask you ask your girl, am I okay? Was I okay to that? Because you don't know.
Yeah.
Like you don't know when you're going to catch someone. You know what I mean? Like the day that we got that news, whoever I met, I was at a show.
Yeah.
I took that phone call out in the back of the club. So whoever I met that night at a meet and greet or whatever, I'm sure it was an asshole. I'm sure.
Maybe that was the same person. Wait, we're going to run out of battery. If you like this episode, thank you.
Dude,
my fucking boy.
so
I
fun.
could have done this for like 5 hours.
Oh, we could just do it.
We just do it again.
Yeah.
If you're annoyed that this is ending right now, subscribe to the Patreon because the cards that I need to have more space on these cameras are like $600 each.
Fuck.
So give me some money and
Pay the man.
That wouldn't have ended. Thank you, Aaron.
Dude, so fun.
Check out Underoath's new record. Check out Aaron on social media. Love you.
Love you, buddy.
you.
Thank
Peace.
You.